What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to the Ippon Esports 1v1 Top 8 brackets. We made it, ladies and gentlemen, and now we're going to have the best quality tournament content you've seen so far from this esports clan, because not only do you have myself, Keglanek, you have Parathesia with me.
Yep, I'm really happy to be here.
Oh, come on, you got to sound a little bit more enthusiastic than that. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's really happy to be here. I'm really excited to work with you and Kooky Blaze to make an excellent 1v1 tournament. Our 2v2 is already done, and we had some great players during that. So I really look forward to see who's going to play and how they're going to play tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. It looks like the first two people we have up on stage is Arkin and Midget. Oh boy, we're starting off super strong, guys. For those who watched the side stream events at BCX this year, Arkin is just an absolute monster when it comes to Mirage. He's using Cross now. We've seen some good Cross gameplay in the past. We've seen some not so great Cross, but I have a feeling that he's probably upped his game a little bit for this tournament. But if this Cross pick doesn't work out, he's 100% going to go for Mirage.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I haven't seen too much play from him myself, but I'm a little bit surprised that he uses Cross and Mirage because they don't even have one of the same weapons.
That's very true, but the thing about the Scythe and the Gauntlets is that they play similar enough that I think he can use those multi-hit combos to his advantage so well. Those kinds of, strings that are built into the weapon itself.
Yeah, definitely. It has a lot of string potential. It seems that Midget has picked Bodvar.
That's right, that's right. I can't see what level the Bodvar is, but
65.
65 Bodvar. As we get to play this game more and more, we're seeing a lot more high-level Bodvars. In the past, there weren't really many at all, except for maybe Brother Bear's level 100. But now we're seeing a few more. We have like Little Cap's level 76 Bodvar. And we have midgets. We have midgets.
But it's definitely, those balanced stats have definitely come on the rise with that sword and hammer, with the introduction of new weapons. I definitely see how that could be getting better and better.
Do you think that the blasters and gauntlets are going to pose a problem for that hammer pick, though?
I'm not entirely sure, because you have a little bit of range on those blasters, but Midget's with the hammer as well with the range. So we'll have to see who's able to take the advantage here. But Midget's gonna have to be careful around that Cross, especially with the type of damage that Cross can rack up with his high attack stat.
That's right, that's right. And it looks like going into game one, we're on Mammoth Fortress right now. Midget already taking quite a bit of damage in the first 15 seconds of the match. Looks like he's really trying to bait out those ledge attacks, but Arkin's just not falling for it. Getting that down sig. Really hard to connect sig into just a bunch of gauntlet combos right now. So it looks like it's a bit of a back and forth at the moment. Midget's fishing to find damage, but Arkin is just playing a really tight aerial game right now in order to trip Midget up. But, okay. Alright, Midget almost turning it around, but falls for the ground pound. Arkin barely surviving that third stock. About a minute in. Oh boy, we're in for a treat, guys.
Arkin already has a lot of damage racked up already, though. He has to be careful that Midget doesn't take out his stock too quickly if he wants to gain more of a lead. And he's already showing he's doing a nice job with those gauntlets of avoiding Midget's kill attempts. Both players playing off stage right now. Midget's going for ground pound after ground pound with that sword, and there's a clash.
No. Very close for Midget losing that second stock right there. Had that one last ground pound connected from Arkin, that would have been an easy gimp from Arkin's side. And that would have been an absolute stock advantage for Arkin. But it looks like right now Midget pretty much turning the game around right now, evening it out in the middle game shenanigan zone with that sword gameplay, going for that downlight into the Sair. But Arkin trying to play a little bit more of that ledge game, trying to trip up Midget with those Sairs of his own and ground pounds. Looks like Midget's fighting back. Orange and orange now.
Yeah, Midget has to be really careful about those gimps. Ooh, the nice side sig. Because Arkin has already shown his potential on the side with the gauntlets. However, as long as Midget and Arkin stay on the stage, it's a relatively even fight. Both players in the red right now. A sig from either could be the kill, but then again, it could go either way still. Midget hits the nice side air to knock Arkin off the stage, but Arkin is unable to get back, giving Midget the kill.
We're seeing a really good turnaround right now from Midget. From earlier in the match, he was, almost becoming really behind when Arkin took that first stock. But it looks like right now he has the advantage, just barely red on that second stock.
Yep, and Arkin almost hits that unarmed ground pound there, but Midget is doing a nice job of avoiding those kill hits, although he does end up hitting the side sig for the kill.
Caster's curse.
Yep, but another Arkin is on the side again with Midget, although Midget is showing some nice unarmed play. But both players have to be careful that they don't get gimped, although Arkin...
Oh no,
yeah.
Arkin! Wow!
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, the turnaround, I would not have seen that coming. I thought for sure either Midget would have died from that, or Arkin would have just not had the jumps to come back. It could have been either, but neither happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Neither happened, although Midget does have the damage lead here. Unless Arkin can pull off a gimp here or rack up damage without taking too much himself, it seems like it could be the end for Arkin. Midget hitting an unarmed recovery and picking up the sword again, Arkin with the gauntlets. Arkin doing a nice job of avoiding Midget's hits again and racking up damage little by little.
Oh, but there we go. The reversed side sig coming out from Arkin right now. Almost evening it up right now. Any signature for... Oh, never mind. Unarmed recovery taking down Arkin's final stock, making it 1-0 in Midget's favor. All right, what's up?
I'm sorry, still a very close set of games, I was going to say. Just because Midget won that one, it still could go either way.
Absolutely. I don't want to call myself biased, but I thought at first Arkin had that in the bag. I thought the gauntlets really would have taken over and would have made that in...
Yeah, the gauntlets definitely seem to have, like, from past experiences, have a better time on the edge than sword and hammer, but yeah. I cannot hear anything you're saying.
Was bait in header. With that, looks like Midget just keeps spot dodging right through all the ground pounds that Arkin keeps throwing. He's becoming a little predictable, but there we go. Gravity cancel, down light into a ground pound. Really hard to connect. Not something you really see too often, but it looks like it's becoming super dangerous to be on the ledge for both characters. But there we go. Down sig on those blasters, taking down Midget's first stock.
Yeah, Arkin's in the red himself, though. If Midget can rack up, can get this kill, the game is going to be evened up once again. But this is definitely an opportunity for Arkin to get some damage on Midget before he loses his stock.
Ooh, really close death right there for Arkin. Almost, there we go. Caster's curse, ground pound taking down Arkin's second stock. I was going to say that Sayer barely connecting against Midget on that platform there. Pretty much what saved him, but there we go. Arkin bringing it back to the middle ground area, but looks like Midget bringing it back with a double ground pound on the hammers, but the second one didn't connect. Following up with 2 recoveries in a row, and 3 recoveries. That is the end of Arkin's second stock.
But it's the end of Midget's stock as well.
Midget getting a little too greedy right there, evening out the match right now. White and white, one-on-one. It's all down to this.
Yep, that was definitely some very nice edge play by Midget there. It's unfortunate that he was unable to stay alive, though. The damage is basically even once again, although Arkin does have an advantage, hitting the 2 gauntlet ground pounds for the kill. Arkin takes the next game.
That's right, that's right. All right. Oh, it looks like Midget lagged under the stage. So, looks like it's becoming a really close game right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's really exciting to see what's going to happen next. Surprisingly, still no legend swapping from either opponent.
Yeah, I really look forward to see what new tactics they're going to have to employ to try to beat each other. They've both played each other 2 games now, so they're getting to know each other's play styles a lot better. They're going to have to change some things around if one wants to take the advantage over the other.
So it's going to be... Excuse me. It's going to be really interesting to see what the map choice is going to be this match. I could honestly say, for once, it could be King's Pass because of the ground pound potential that we've been seeing a lot through these 2 characters. But especially Gauntlets and Hammer, easy King's Pass. It's gotta be.
I'd like to see some more blaster play out of Arkin. We've been seeing a lot of gauntlets. I'm not sure if that's just coincidence or if he's been favoring them on purpose. We've definitely seen a lot of spread on the sword and hammer from Midget. We know his proficiency in both weapons. But like I said, with Arkin, we've only really been seeing the gauntlets. I want to see how he would employ those blasters on the edge, if he's even willing to go off the edge with the blasters.
That's right, that's right. So hopefully in this match, we will be seeing a lot more of it, because what little blaster gameplay we have seen, we've been seeing it really well from Arkin. But he just seems to be favoring those gauntlets right now.
Yep. And once again, he starts off with the gauntlets. Midget has the sword again, and both players feeling each other out, being relatively cautious about their moves. No major moves have been made just yet. Dodging around, Midget hits a nice down air into side air, although Arkin responds with the down sig. Midget with the hammer once again, doing a nice job of punishing Arkin.
Arkin's playing it super risky right now, going for those supercharged side sigs. The two of them seem to be having some connection issues. We've been seeing that a little bit through the past matches. They were commenting on it in between matches, but right now it doesn't seem like it's really affecting their gameplay a whole lot, except for some minor mishaps. But with that, looks like Arkin lost that first stock. Midget very close to follow.
Arkin tried to go for the ladder there, the unarmed down light ladder, but he did not manage to pull it off, and Midget is just punishing it with that hammer, getting hit after hit, knocking Arkin off the stage with the recovery, but Arkin does manage to get another touch on the wall. Arkin has to get this kill here pretty fast to even it up, although he does connect the double ground pound for the kill.
Ooh. That's right, Arkin definitely capable of bringing it back, but Midget also capable of keeping what little advantage he has and extending it forwards to make it even a greater advantage. We've seen a lot of really disturbingly good gameplay from both weapons on Midget, but like you said, we haven't seen any blasters. That's what is hurting Arkin right now.
Yeah, he definitely needs to have that extra weapon to show some versatility against Midget, because Midget is doing a really good job of being able to predict what Arkin is going to do. We saw him on the edge a little while ago with those blasters, but he immediately threw them away after hitting a down air.
That's right, looks like the shenanigans zone mostly being dominated by Midget right now. Arkin just keeps trying to play the ledge game, trying to bait out Midget, but just like that ground pound hurting him immensely. I think Arkin really needs to change his strategy.
Yeah, the force behind that hammer ground pound, if he connects, is giving Midget a huge advantage here with the ground pounds. We've already seen Arkin, the recovery for the kill. Like I was saying, we've already seen Arkin hit quite a few gauntlet ground pounds, but they just don't have enough force to get the kill a lot of the time where a hammer ground pound would have been able to.
That's right, that's right. And now Midget really giving Arkin a taste of his own medicine. Oh, ouch. Playing the ledge game and winning from it.
That gives Midget 2 wins against Arkin's 1. If Midget wins this next one, he moves forward while Arkin moves down into the loser's bracket.
That's right. It all depends on this match right now, ladies and gentlemen, between Arkin and Midget. All right, we're at the map banning right now. We have Twilight Grove, Blackguard Keep, Great Hall, and Shipwreck Falls gone. All we have left is King's Pass, Thunder Guard, and Mammoth.
And Small King's Pass is our map of choice this time around. With the gimping that's been going on, we have that hole in the middle of the map. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize that to help get kills.
I told you there'd be King's Pass.
All right.
And with that, looks like we have a strong lead right now coming out from Arkin, already getting on some early damage to Midget. It's yellow and yellow. We haven't seen a whole lot of King's Pass hole action yet, but that's okay. We're going to see a lot later. And of course, I eat my own words, and we're seeing a lot of ground pounds coming out from Midget's sword. How many has that been so far? Like 4?
Yeah, it's been about 4, I'd say. But Arkin finally got out of that pit by throwing up his gauntlets. But Midget just goes back down with those sword down airs, getting hit after hit off, giving him the damage advantage already. But it's too soon to say who has a distinct lead, as Arkin almost gimps Midget off the top of the stage.
Ooh, it was really risky for Arkin to play that offstage game against a small ledge like that one on King's Pass, and it looks like he paid the price for it. Midget dominating the lead right now, being red on that first stock, but it looks like he's doing a really good job of holding that advantage and just extending it a lot farther.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the baits off the side just to punish Arkin again and again with those hits. Midget is doing a nice job of keeping Arkin, racking up damage while staying off the stage, although Arkin does finally manage to pick up the kill onto Midget with the ground pound, but he's already racked up a lot of damage on his second stock. He's going to have to do something crazy here to be able to even this back around.
A really good spot dodge coming out from Arkin, dodging that ground pound. 5 ground pounds? Holy moly, that was absolutely crazy.
Like I said, he would have needed something crazy to pull it back around, and that's exactly what happened.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, all because of that one really well-timed spot dodge from that ground pound. Had that connected, and more often than not, that would have connected, that would have been the end of Arkin's second stock right there.
Definitely. I wonder if Midget's going to get caught in that same trap again. We already saw him start once with the ground pound, but Midget's definitely going to be careful with that again. Picks up the hammer again and hits the recovery, and that recovery knocks out Arkin's stock, evening things up once again. However, Arkin has a little bit of a damage advantage.
That's right, that's right. But if we've seen anything from these two, it doesn't matter at this point. You know, it really doesn't matter. They can turn it around so quick. And there we go, neutral air into a recovery. It looks like Arkin couldn't really follow up from there, going for the side take into the wall, into the ground pound clash. Ooh,
Definitely, Go ahead.
It's not looking good for Arkin.
Yeah, Arkin has to be really careful here because could be his last stock of the winner's bracket.
Oh, and there we go. Ground pound taking down Arkin's final stock. Looks like Midget moving on to the winner's bracket and Arkin down to the losers.
Yep, so if we take a look at the bracket, we're going to have to see Midget going up against the winner of Simba and Winged Shell, which we should be moving over to right now.
Really, really good players. Winged Shell, I can't even talk right now. A subscriber of mine. You know, really cool guy, wink wink, totally not biased. But no, in all seriousness, he is a really good player. Simba, from what I remember, really dominating with Hattori. Definitely a really good swords player. Met him at BCX, even met Winged Shell at BCX. Both really, really cool guys. And they just have reflexes like no one else.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much out of either of them myself. I look forward to seeing all of these great things that you're saying of them. And now they have a lot to live up to.
They sure do. I would say pretty much everyone in the winners, definitely in the winners bracket, but even in the losers, I think have a lot to live for. I'll be honest, though, if we want to look at the losers bracket right now, Oz, Dreamy, Bubba, and Mr. Patronsky, I have not heard of any of them. But you know what? That's okay. I think we're going to see a lot of really good action from them if they're in the top 8.
Yeah, definitely. Although, according to the person running the tournament, Simba dropped. Simba is not here. Which means that Midget's going to be going up against a Winged Shell.
Well, unfortunate, but you know what does happen. It's an online tournament. You can't really dedicate all the time you have to a tournament you can't actually be to. And it happens. I'm sorry.
Although there is a little bit more incentive for this one, I was going to say, with that $25 first place prize. Like, you go to a lot of online tournaments and their prize will be like a Steam game, for example, or community colors, or a MetaDev, and you don't get a lot of ability to choose what you want to do with those. But here, with that $25, it's definitely going to be something that they want to work for.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish I could get $25 from playing.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that Wu Sheng's level.
83. Wow.
That pretty much means I think they've played nothing but Wu Sheng since he came out last July.
Yeah, probably, and they'd have to be playing him a lot. I really like his clan name.
Nice.
Play on words for the not song "Man's Not Hot." Oh my god.
I've never heard of that song.
Oh, how have you not heard of that song? It's such a huge meme right now. You should look it up.
I'm not musically inclined. I'm sorry.
Well, you're missing out. Take a look at it after this. All right, so we have Boba in here with the Wushang and Mr. Podronsky, the guy who you had all the trouble pronouncing, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher that a few times myself, too.
Is it Mr. Pedrosky? No, because there's an N. Mr. Podronsky? Yeah, it's Podronsky, whatever.
Yeah, that seems to be right. Well, sorry if we're messing up your name.
He's too busy winning to care.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, it looks like Dreamy isn't here either. We have another DQ, but that's okay. Simba and Oz will face against each other, but no, because Simba's not here. Oz will probably be moving on to the losers semifinals.
I look forward to seeing who Arkin plays out of Bubba and Podronsky, because we've already seen how he fared against Midget, Midget being an extremely solid player. I look forward to see how Arkin progresses up the losers bracket, see if he can make it back and cause a bracket reset.
Ooh, I would like to see that. Alright, it looks like we're waiting for Bubba to choose his character right now. I guess he didn't want to show off his level 83 Wu Sheng yet. Oh, nope, it's back. Hello.
I was going to say, you got to hide that skill against your opponent so they don't get scared. Although he does whip out his own level 51 Koji. Definitely nothing to be laughed at either.
A few other casters and I have noticed this. Everyone's playing Black Default Koji. I guess in the shadow of LDZ.
Yeah, winning that BCX 2 times in a row, he's definitely made an impact on the Brawl community.
Absolutely insane.
And we're into map striking again. Oh, well, apparently not. They jumped right back out of map striking. Not too sure what's going on right now. Bubba wants to hold on for a second.
All right.
So after this one, we should be seeing Midget going up against Wing Shell. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to see Wing Shell play against Simba. I would have really liked to see how that played out, but now we get to see how he'll fare against Midget, who we've already seen his god tier sword and hammer play.
That's going to be really entertaining to watch, without a doubt in my mind. Wing Shell, I haven't watched him play since BCX, but I have a good feeling him against Midget is going to be a really lethal duo, maybe even better than what we saw with Arkin versus Midget. But here we are, back at map banning, Twilight Grove, King's Pass, Blacker Deep, Great Hall, all going down. All right, it's going to be Mammoth. Oh, bam, Mammoth. There we go.
Yeah, with that floating platform, it's still a relatively flat map with wide sides, but there's definitely GIMP potential. They got to watch out for that platform, make sure they don't get caught falling through.
Oh, absolutely. This map has a little bit of everything. It's the final destination of Brawlhalla. But here we go. Bubba playing a super aerial game, making sure not to take any damage before getting a weapon, but Mr. Petronsky says, no way. And his weapon starving Bubba, but no. Bubba gets those gauntlets. Golden gauntlets, by the way.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to see what he does with those gauntlets. We already just saw some amazing gauntlets out of, jeez, I forgot his name already.
Mr.
Out
Petronsky?
out of Arkin, But I want to see how these compare. Although he does throw them away in favor of the spear, Mr. Podronsky's seeming to play a little bit passive here, although you got to do what you got to do to win these tournaments.
That's right, Mr. Petronsky playing a little bit more cautiously than before. Make sure to dodge anything Mr. Bubba has brought to him, but it looks like it's really working well in his favor. Bubba being red on that first stock, Mr. Petronsky being a deep orange. It seems to be really working out.
Yeah, definitely. Petronsky's doing an excellent job of avoiding damage while racking up more damage onto Bubba. Both get hit by the weapon throws, and Petronsky hits the side sig with the sword for the kill. We did see a glimpse of that Skyforged bow, but he threw it out for the sword again, which I'm not surprised considering how well the sword has been working for him so far.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Neutral sig throwing Bubba back into the air. Looks like Bubba is really trying to play more of an aerial game, trying to catch Mr. Petronsky in those really tricky signatures like that really subtly gravity cancel neutral sig there. But it looks like it didn't quite work out. Bubba probably going to lose this second stock. There we go. Mr. Petronsky almost attempting the 3-stock Bubba. Caster's curse is real, though. It's probably going to be a 2-0.
We'll have to see what happens. Bubba could pull out the reverse 3-stock here. We definitely haven't seen too much out of him because of how Podronsky has been playing, but if Bubba manages to catch Podronsky in a few strings or gimps, he could definitely turn this game around.
That's right. It's not looking great for Mr. Petronsky, but Bubba did hold that down sig for a little too long right there, and Mr. Petronsky definitely took up on that advantage. But there we go, Nair into the air, Bubba flying around, trying to get that side sig, double side sig, triple side sig, not working, down sig not working. And
down sig for Mr. Podronsky connects to give Podronsky the 3-stock. Either he's going to have to change a character, change up his playstyle, but Bubba's definitely in for a treat, maybe a loss these next few rounds. He's got to really fix what he's doing if he wants a chance against Podronsky's playstyle.
It's entirely possible, but it could have been Bubba just feeling out Mr. Petronski's playstyle and
Yeah,
learning how to
definitely.
adapt.
Definitely.
Yeah, the name of the game, playing by your own tempo and adapting.
Yeah, I could name many times that I've played and I've got somebody down to their last stock and they immediately turn around and reverse 3-stock me just because they needed a little while to adapt. It's
Oh, yeah.
definitely a thing that a lot of people need.
But there we go. Looks like we're on Shipwreck Falls. Definitely a really good Wushang map. Really good for Petronsky's bow, which we didn't really get to see a whole lot of until the very end of that first match.
Yeah. So here we go into the match. Bubba immediately throwing out an unarmed side sig, interestingly enough, and he gets his gold forged gauntlets. Pedronsky with the bow. And not too much progress has been made on either side yet. Pedronsky's using that cautious playstyle once again, but the damage is even at the beginning. No clear advantage has been shown yet.
Absolutely true. Looks like Petronsky's kind of baiting out Bubba's attacks, making sure that he gets those first strikes, and it looks like it's not really working out too well now. Bubba getting those combos on the gauntlets, not afraid to switch away to that spear. Petronsky, it looks like he's playing a little bit more aggressively. Well, it's hard to say aggressively going forwards in the offensive, but then running back immediately, which a lot, current meta, that does happen. But it looks like it's a little bit of a back and forth in the shenanigan zone on Shipwreck at the moment. Petronsky off the map, getting that recovery onto the small wall of Shipwreck, throwing the weapon, canceling out that side sig. But it looks like this reverse side sig from Bubba takes down Petronsky's first stock. Bubba is barely holding on right now.
Yeah, from what I've been seeing, Bubba's been liking to rack up damage with those gauntlets and go for the kill with the spear. We haven't seen too much spear play out of him that doesn't involve signatures, so it'd be interesting to see if he utilizes it a little bit differently in the future. Pedronsky really looking for this kill option here, throwing out 2 sides or down sigs, but Bubba catches him in a small gauntlet string. Let's see how this plays out.
It's really going to be interesting how the small walls affect this match between the two, because Bow and Gauntlets really rely on ledge games with a lot of walls, such as, Mammoth or Thunderguard. But it looks like Bubba lost that first stock right now. Mr. Petronsky has a little bit to make up, but it's entirely possible. Keeping that sword, definitely the dominant weapon for him.
Yeah, definitely, but we see Bubba with that spear once again. This is exactly what I wanted right here. I want to see how he's able to rack up a little bit of damage without using those SIGs. Seems to be going for some relatively basic combos with the spear, but I want to see if this will make him play a little bit differently. Although he does throw it away in favor of the gauntlets, Pedronsky's got to pick up a weapon here if he wants to rack up enough damage on Bubba to even up the game once again.
It's orange and red right now. One solid signature from either one of these opponents will bring them down to their last stock.
Yeah, Bubba's definitely turned this around a lot, I'm surprised to say. With that 3 stock from Pedronsky the last game, this is a lot closer than I expected it to be.
Ooh, it's playing with my emotions right now, Para. Oh man, there we go. Ground pound missing again. Looks like he's trying to fake out Petronsky into doing something. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Ground pound taking down Mr. Petronsky's second stock. Bubba ahead right now by, I'd say, about half a stock. But with that being said, I mean, any signature has a good chance of taking down Bubba's second stock. Or even
Bubba trying to
like
go
that.
for the gimp there. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. No, it's all right.
Bubba tried to go for the gimp there with the gauntlets off the side, but it didn't quite work out for him. Pedronsky's doing a nice job of being patient and knocking Bubba off the stage, but Bubba does manage to get back up and get his gauntlets again. If Bubba can rack up some more damage against Pedronsky and solidify his lead, he could have a chance of winning this.
Mr. Bertrand. Double side light. It's orange and orange right now. Final stock.
Yep. Bubba, I'm sorry, Mr. Pedronsky has a little bit of a lead here. With that, Pedronsky's really favoring that sword once again over the bow. Bubba throws out the gauntlets again, but a sig from either side could be the kill here. If Podronsky wins this one, he only has to win one more to win this section. But if Bubba wins, he could have a chance of bringing this back around.
Oh, but Bubba going in for a sliding down. I believe that's a down sig. It is a down sig on Wu Sheng's spear for whatever reason, but it looks like he saved himself with that pivoting side sig, taking down Petronsky's final stock.
Yeah, really excellently played by Bubba there. Like I said, I was really looking forward to see how he would have been able to turn this around, and he definitely did turn it around. I look forward to seeing who's going to win this section, because either Podronsky has to change something to get that advantage back again, or Bubba's going to win.
That's right, that's right. It looks like it's going to go to Mammoth once again for round 3. Bubba versus Petronsky, Wu Sheng, and Koji. It's been an interesting set so far.
Yeah.
We saw that first 3 stock coming out from Petronsky, but then we saw Bubba pretty much reversing it. Not a 3 stock, but it was close, but it was a win nonetheless. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen here. I have a good feeling Bubba has fully downloaded Petronsky's playstyle, but it's entirely possible for Petronsky to make it back.
Yeah, Podronsky pulls out a really big change here. He could definitely take the advantage against Bubba once again, but if he keeps up with the playstyle that he's been using, Bubba could definitely have a good chance at winning this. I find it funny that we're saying this after how the first game went, though.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is just the power of Brawlhalla, dude. I mean, you can get 3 stocked and then make a huge comeback. We've seen it once, we've seen it a billion times. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Podronsky gets his sword, and Bubba's sticking with the gauntlets. Podronsky doing a nice job of keeping himself off the edge. He has a little bit of a damage advantage here, but Bubba seems quick to turn this around with his unarmed hits.
But it looks like Bubba was a little too quick to release that side sig. Definitely helped out Mr. Petronsky with his footing, going for that neutral sig, sending Bubba into the air. It's a bit of a back and forth on that ledge right now, but it looks like Petronsky losing that first stock, almost taking Bubba down with him.
Yeah, Bubba barely managed to avoid that, but Bubba does have a little bit of advantage here. We'll see if Podronsky's able to get this killing blow to knock out Bubba before he racks up too much damage. Podronsky hitting a recovery with that bow. It's not quite enough to knock out Bubba. Bubba responds with a side sig. Oh!
Whoa, wow! The recovery so high up in the air, pretty much next to that kill plane, taking down Bubba's first stock. Mr. Petronsky has a lot to make up, though.
Yeah, he really does. Go ahead.
It's life or death for him right now. It's 1-1, but even then, you know, it would still take a few more matches to decide who's going to move on into the winner's bracket, but it doesn't matter. Or who's going to move on the loser's bracket, but it doesn't matter. Bubba's an entire stock ahead right now. He can't let this happen. He's got to summon the forces that allowed him to get that first 3 stock and bring it back, because it's not looking good for him right now.
Yeah, like we said before, he just needed a little bit of adapting time, and he basically knows Podronsky's playstyle now and knows exactly what to expect. He's doing an excellent job of reading with those gauntlets, although Podronsky is getting a few nice light hits with that bow. Bubba gets the spear, and Podronsky gets rid of the bow. Probably looking for that sword, considering how well it's worked for him in the past. But if Bubba can rack up more damage and solidify his lead, Podronsky's going to have some trouble coming back from this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Bubba, oh! Going for a dare to that platform seemed like a safe and viable option. Pretty much the only option he had, but Mr. Petronsky canceled it out with an unarmed ground pound. A really clean kill right there. And with that, pretty much evened out the match.
Yeah, Podronsky is starting to bring this back around again. Bubba had a distinct advantage, but he's struggling once again against Podronsky's sword. We've already seen how Podronsky uses that sword in such a patient manner. Bubba just struggles to get any hits off. He does throw out the gauntlets in favor of the spear. This might work a little bit better for him, but like I said before, most of what we've been seeing out of the spear is signatures.
You know, that's very true. I hadn't considered that before. I think, along with signatures, we've been seeing a lot of anti-aerial play as well. Some anti-ground. That's mostly where the signatures come from. But we did see our fair share of nairs and ground recover.
Yeah, definitely.
Like right now, it's not... Yeah, but it looks like it's not working great. It's not working well for Bubba right now.
Yeah, Podronsky gets that kill there, giving him the second game. It's now 2-1. If Podronsky wins the next one, he moves forward. But if Bubba wins the next one, he could bring this back around.
That's right. We might have our first 4 games, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, no, what am I saying? First 5-game match.
Yeah, things are starting to get intense.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's only intense in the losers quarterfinals, imagine how the actual finals is going to be.
Oh yeah, things are going to get crazy, especially with Midget moving forward and Arkin in the losers bracket. Arkin could just destroy his way through, seeing how he's played in the past. I look forward to seeing how either Bubba or Podronsky play against Arkin. We've already seen how Bubba needs a little bit of time to adapt, so let's see if he wins. Let's see how quickly.
I think at this point, anything is possible. It could literally go either way for who the winner is going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to pick anything.
Right now, Mr. Petronsky with that solid lead, throwing everything, literally, that he has at Bubba. Making sure Bubba doesn't get the weapon. Weapon starting him so well, going back to that sword. Playing the patient ground game, like you said before, going for that recovery. It's hard to say what he's going to do next. He plays it so patiently. I rarely see Koji's play like this.
Yeah, this is really a big change, especially with how much dexterity Koji has. It's strange to see him played like this. But Podronsky has definitely found something that's working against Bubba, and Bubba is going to have to adapt again.
Wow! Okay. Oh my, that was absolutely insane. Gravity cancel, reverse, downlight into a recovery, taking down Bubba's first stock.
Yeah, Bubba has some work to do to even up the stocks once again. If he catches Podronsky in a string here, he could even things back up pretty quickly here, which he does seem to be doing an excellent job of doing. Podronsky's struggling to get any hits off to solidify his lead here.
Oh man, Petronsky needs to play super patiently if he wants to hold that first stock. It's giving him such a good advantage right now, but no, he was just a little too close to that down slig, sending him off to that kill plane, taking down that first stock. But
yeah, Bubba's got his spear once again, and Podronsky has yet to pick up a weapon. Podronsky's just kicking him over and over again.
Oh man.
But Podronsky does pick up his sword, and now it's spear against sword once again. Podronsky has a little bit of a damage advantage here, but Bubba could turn this back around easily, as we've seen in the past.
Definitely a common thing for this one match in particular is that I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
it looks like the recovery is sending Bubba into the air.
Yeah, and Podronsky's with a sword once again, hits a side sig onto Bubba, favors the sword over the bow. He has a little bit of damage. Bubba has to get this kill fast so he can start racking up damage on Podronsky's last stock if he wants a chance at winning this. Bubba's got to be really careful here because if he loses this one, he's out.
This is potentially, I believe, Bubba's last stock in the tournament itself.
Yeah, definitely. Bubba picks up the gauntlets again. Podronsky's having that sword. Bubba's trying to get the gimp.
Almost turned out really bad for Mr. Petronsky, hitting his head on the bottom of Mammoth, but manages to bring it back.
But Bubba's with those gauntlets once again. Podronsky's is hitting neutral air after neutral air. Bubba's really struggling to get out of this.
I don't blame him. I would fall for this too, man.
Yeah, so would I. Bubba throws out a random side sig, gets knocked off the stage by the side air. Podronsky's looking for this kill option here, but Bubba's playing extremely carefully because he knows how much is at stake right now. Podronsky completely unwilling to go off the stage, hits the down sig for the kill, which gives Podronsky the win and allows him to move forward, while Bubba, unfortunately, is out of the tournament.
That final that final down sig was so predictable, and Bubba knew it was coming, but he still fell for it. It shows how the hitboxes work in this game.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It was definitely a really tough situation for that very end piece because either Bubba could have gone directly up from the platform, right?
Yeah.
And got that down sig, which happened. Or he could have done like a fishhook around to the top, but then inevitably Petronsky probably would have either did a neutral air or just a regular neutral light. And that pretty much sealed Bubba's fate right there. He could have gone under the stage. That's pretty much the only thing he could have done. But at that point, I think his fate was sealed. And I think we need to see a little bit more gauntlet gameplay.
Yep, I would have looked forward to seeing how Bubba performed in the future, but Podronsky moves forward, and now we have Arkin playing against Pedronsky. All right. That patient playstyle from Pedronsky worked well against Bubba, and Arkin again with those gauntlets. I look forward to seeing how he adapts to Pedronsky's patient playstyle, or if Pedronsky adopts a completely different playstyle altogether.
Do you think that Arkin's going to change to a different character for this set?
I'm not sure. If he was paying attention to the last games, which I'm not sure if he was, he saw how Mr. Pedronsky played against Gauntlet. So he could use that to his advantage in the next match and figuring out how he wants to use Cross, or he could avoid that playstyle altogether by picking that Mirage that we talked about in the past.
Absolutely, absolutely. Another pick that Arkin really likes to choose as well is Nyx. And I think the blasters would definitely help combat against some of the features Koji has, like that patient playstyle. It's been said that Bow is a really good counter to the blasters, though, so it does have its disadvantages as well.
As long as Arkin is able to keep his weapons aligned with Pedronsky's in terms of favorable matchups, he could do decently if he picks either Cross or Nyx. He does stick with the Cross, so we'll have to see how those blasters work against Pedronsky's Bow, assuming that Pedronsky stays with Koji.
We're about to find out in a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, if Pedronsky sticks with the Koji pick. I have a good feeling he will.
Yeah, so do I. We've seen, I'm not entirely sure how I would expect him to play some other legends, because that patient playstyle works well with that Koji, but I'm not sure how applicable it would be to other legends.
Nice. Absolutely. Looks like we're still waiting on Pedronsky, though.
Taking his time picking his legend, he knows that Arkin is a threat, although he does end up sticking with the Koji. He knows that he's got to watch out for Arkin's gauntlets if he's watched the match against Midget. If Arkin is a match for Midget, he's definitely going to be a match for Pedronsky, so we'll have to see how this plays out.
Well, it looks like we're up to map banning right now. We have Twilight, Thunderguard, Blackguard, and Shipwreck. Mammoth. 100% Mammoth Fortress.
Yeah, that's going to be my guess as well. Although we've already seen how Arkin... No, never mind.
Going for the Great Hall pick. Definitely a lot of ledge potential. Longer side ledges as well. The platforms are going to help. Definitely a good choice for Arkin because of the ground pound potential as well off stage. But the bow will prove to be probably a little tricky for him.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see what a weapon Arkin starts out with, and he starts out with those blasters. So like you said, Bow is a well-known supposed gauntlets counter, although Arkin is doing a nice job of keeping the damage even. Both players sort of feeling each other out more than anything right now. No major damage has been made, although Arkin does hit Pedronsky in a nice read there.
Nice reads indeed. We've almost been seeing nothing but nice reads for both opponents. That really nice neutral state coming out from Mr. Pedronsky after the really nice dare that Arkin had followed up with. But it looks like we're off the stage right now, Mr. Pedronsky and Arkin. Almost proving to be the death of Pedronsky right there, hitting his head in the little inwards concave crevice of Great Hall. Definitely not something that happens often, but when it does, it's not good. But it looks like he made it out of it.
Yeah, Arkin's really trying to connect those slide sigs, which he finally does with the gauntlet side sig, and we see Arkin favoring the gauntlets over the blasters. We've already seen how well Arkin plays his gauntlets. I want to see how this works out against Pedronsky.
That's right. Pedronsky trying to go in for the ground pound. Arkin knows that's coming, and he punishes hard. But it looks like Arkin might be getting reverse punished, but no, it's a reversal of a reversal punish. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a roller coaster of emotions on this ledge. Arkin, the ledge game, really, I want to say strong, but a little subpar at this match in particular.
Yeah, definitely, especially seeing how he's played in previous matches. I expected to see... Oh my goodness, that spot dodge.
Jeez,
that was incredible. Well timed by Mr. Pedronsky. Now Arkin's on the edge with Pedronsky once again. Arkin has yet to lose a stock, and Pedronsky's definitely being careful about going off on the edge because we've seen how that worked out for him before. But he finally does manage to pick up that kill onto Arkin with the unarmed recovery.
That's right, that unarmed recovery really surprised me, actually, because of the, what am I trying to say? The priority between Gauntlet's ground pound in the recovery on unarmed. But it looks like Mr. Petronsky right now trying to bring it back. Red on that second stock might be able to get Arkin right now, but no, Arkin with that spot dodge getting back to the platform.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing here, I feel like Arkin has a little bit more experience on the edge. He does connect that side sig for the kill. Excellently played by Arkin. But like I was saying, I feel like from the way we've seen the players play, Arkin has a little bit more experience predicting what players are going to do on the edge. Although Petronsky just proves me wrong with that ground pound read.
Arkin had to give that to Mr. Petronsky. That really, really nice ground pound read right there with that the flag taunt. Really awesome. It's 1-1 now. Final stock. It's like the first two never even happened.
Yep, basically. Arkin does have a little bit of a damage disadvantage, although that little doesn't really matter too much right now. Trying to get some gauntlet reads, but it's not really working out as Petronsky just dodges down. Petronsky getting some nice nairs with that sword, but no significant damage has really been made yet.
I suppose you're right, but I would say Arkin being red on that final stock is a little bit significant, but that's okay. There we go. Arkin going for the gravity cancel down sink on those gauntlets, catching Mr. Petronsky. He's been trying all match to do that. Actually, a few sets to do that. And it finally worked out in his favor, but no, the side sig taking down Arkin's final stock. Come on, Arkin.
Played.
Legend switch. Come on.
Yeah, I want to see some different legends out of Arkin. All we've seen so far is Cross, but I'm a little bit surprised by how that first match went, to be honest. Petronsky's doing an excellent job of countering Arkin's playstyle. Arkin sticks with the Cross, and Petronsky sticks with the Koji. I had hoped to see a legend change from Arkin.
I forgot to mention that we've also seen a little bit of Sidra action coming out from Arkin, or at least from when I 2v2 with him.
Oh, really? I haven't seen too much Sidra played professionally before just because of how new she is, but I really look forward to seeing how Cannon is used to counter.
She's like my new favorite character. I love her so much.
Yeah. I haven't seen too much of her like being played well before, unfortunately. I would like to see how that Cannon is used to the advantage, like off stage and on stage. Petronsky with the sword. Once again, and Arkin with those blasters is crossed. Petronsky's still being extremely patient here, knowing not to approach Arkin too much on the edge, as Arkin does rack up a little bit of damage unarmed there on the edge. Arkin has his gauntlets, but Petronsky does have a little bit of a damage lead. This might be bad for Arkin in the long run, but we'll have to see how he can turn that around with Cross's high attack. Petronsky knocks Arkin off the stage and almost connects the ground pound. Oh my goodness.
Double ground pound. There we go. Weapon throw into the air. Weapon throw sideways. Arkin coming back with those gauntlets. Fishing out for blood on that sides right now. Petronsky runs away to the edge. He to the surface ground. He knows he's a lot more safe there. Goes in for the Sair. Goes in for the weapon throw. Does not follow up on the ledge. But no, slide charge down sig unarmed. Taking out Arkin's first stock. Mr. Petronsky barely holding on to that first stock. It was not looking good for a little while, and Arkin almost brought it back.
Yep, Arkin has his gauntlets once again. Petronsky gets rid of the sword, but Arkin does manage to pick up the kill with the side sig, evening up the stocks once again. The game is practically even.
Arkin's been feeling really comfortable about gauntlets lately. We've been seeing him throw out the blasters a lot for the gauntlet pick.
Yeah, we have, and it's been working relatively well against Petronsky, especially there on the edge. Petronsky is getting enough hits out to even up keep the game even with that sword. He does have a little bit of a damage lead right now, but yeah, I'd like to see how Petronsky fares against those blasters, especially since we haven't seen too much out of them. Like I said before, I also want to see a legend change out of Arkin just to see his different playstyles.
That's right. It's really disappointing me that we haven't seen any of his crazy Mirage or Nyx yet. But with that being said, it looks like there's a little bit of back and forth right now between Petronsky and Arkin. Arkin trying to play a little bit more cautiously than usual, making sure he doesn't fall for any silly mistakes like that bow recovery he did just now or any other kinds of signatures. Playing the ledge game right now, trying to hope to get maybe an easy dare or ground pound. Not really working out too much at the moment. Just some more back and forth. Petronsky hitting that recovery with the sword.
Yeah, Petronsky really trying to find this kill option on Arkin right now. Arkin doing a nice job of avoiding most of Petronsky's heavy hits. He is connecting a few nairs and other light hits here and there. It's a side air almost for the kill. I misspoke. And Petronsky took the lead.
That's right, that's right. Petronsky has about half a stock of a lead right now. Really good for him. Arkin needs to step up his game a little bit if he wants to try to bring this back.
Yeah, he definitely does. Podronsky's doing a nice job of avoiding Arkin's hits with that sword, like I said before, and that patient playstyle is really working out well for him. Arkin's starting to struggle. I'm surprised that we're seeing such struggles out of Arkin. Although these blasters are working all right for him, he is not doing a great job of avoiding Podronsky's hits. As Podronsky gets off light hit after light hit with that sword and bow.
Uh-oh. All it takes is one more solid stare coming out from Petronsky, or even a ground pound to take down Arkin's final stock. Not looking good for Arkin right now. I believe it's 2-0.
Yep, it's 2-0 in favor of Podronsky. Either Arkin has to change his playstyle or change his legend. And I hope to see a legend change, like I've said before, because Podronsky's going to take this if he's not careful, and Arkin will be out of the tournament.
Absolutely, absolutely. This isn't winners brackets anymore, ladies and gentlemen. In the losers, once you're out of the tournament. Doesn't matter how far you've gone.
Yep, doesn't matter at all. So both players taking their time picking their legends this time around, knowing Podronsky knows that if he wins this one, he gets to move forward, but he does have a little bit of wiggle room with if Arkin manages to win this one. However, the same cannot be said for Arkin. Arkin has no wiggle room at all. If he loses this one, he's out of the tournament, like we said before, so he's got to be careful.
Going in for the Koji pick still, Petronsky feels unbelievably confident in that pick, and I don't blame him. But let's not undermine where Petronsky would level up to if he does beat Arkin. He goes to the losers semifinals, and if he were to win that one, moves up to the losers finals and faces the grand championship match.
Yeah, if Podronsky does manage to make it up that far, and Midget, I'd be interested to see how Midget adapts to Arkin's playstyle. We already know how good of a player Midget is from how he played against Arkin. And if Podronsky is able to do this well against Arkin, I get the feeling he could fare relatively well against Midget.
It's entirely possible. We've seen nothing but great gameplay coming out from Midget. Really can't wait to see the Midget Wing Shell gameplay, though. But I think Arkin might be deciding to choose that Mirage pick. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping.
Too.
Because at BCX, I casted his Mirage, and it was an absolute monster.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see some Scythe play out of that. Arkin has yet to pick his weapon. They seem to be having a little bit of a discussion in the chat there. Podronsky's trying to convince him. Well, I don't know what's going on in there, to be honest.
Well, that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. We only have a few matches left of this tournament. In the top 8, our only remaining people. Oh, hello, Mordex.
Ooh, a Mordex. Only level 18.
Only. Watch out, though.
Yeah, that Scythe, you've definitely talked about how he's used Nyx and Mirage in the past, so he's definitely no newcomer to Scythe. And Mordex with those gauntlets as well. We've seen almost only gauntlet play out of him so far with that cross pick. It'll be interesting to see how he applies this Mordex to beat Podronsky. If he even manages to.
That's right. If Arkin's able to, he'll probably try to manipulate the stage banning. No. I thought he might have wanted King's Pass, but no, looks like we're going on, I believe it was Thunderguard or Blackguard.
I
Keep.
missed it. Well, we'll
it's
see in just a second.
Blackguard Keep. There we go.
3, 2,
all right.
1, brawl.
The Mordex pick definitely comes as a surprise, but I look forward to seeing how it works out. Arkin immediately gets his Scythe, getting a few light hits off here and there. He hasn't shown anything too crazy just yet. Podronsky has yet to pick up his weapon, although he does end up picking up the bow.
That's right, Caster's Curse. Pick up the weapon. Wow! Okay. I did not think either of those things would happen. Looks like Petronsky hits his head again, but somehow that ground pound does not take down Arkin stock. If that had connected into the kill plane, that would have been a 15-second stock right there, ladies and gentlemen. But no, looks like Arkin makes it back to the platform. Looks like he's kind of fishing for those down sigs, not really finding them at the moment. He's racking up a lot of damage against Petronsky, not looking great.
Yeah, definitely. We have been seeing a lot of SIGs coming out of Arkin so far, which hasn't been working too great, as he does get killed by Podronsky's side air with the sword. It'll be interesting to see how he utilizes Mordex's gauntlets. It's not too much of a stat change from Cross, but it's enough that it could change how he plays.
And don't forget the signatures themselves. Arkin really like to go for the gravity cancel down sig on Cross's gauntlets, and he doesn't have that option here. But it looks like Arkin's really trying to find those signatures a little too much. And Petronsky's capitalizing on that so much, he already has more than an entire stock of a lead, more than lapped Arkin. This could potentially be a 3 stock or a 2 stock.
Yeah, there's definitely the opportunity for that, but I'm sure Arkin is panicking a little bit, especially because of how his cross wasn't working. He has not very long to adapt to Petronsky with his Mordex. With these, although he does get a nice scythe hit there, knocking Petronsky off the stage, he's got to do a little bit better than just signatures if he wants to knock out Petronsky.
The down air and weapon throw securing that second stock kill. Mr. Petronsky has pretty much 2 stocks to work with right now ahead of Arkin. So unless Arkin can get really lucky and get 2 Gimps pretty much back to back, this might have sealed Arkin's fate.
Yeah, we could be seeing the same thing right now that happened to Bubba in their first match.
It's true, it's entirely possible.
Arkin's having as much trouble as ever trying to get any hits off onto Petronsky as Petronsky just pressures Arkin with that sword. Arkin's struggling to pick up a weapon, although he finally does get the scythe and connect a side sig for the kill. However, Arkin has a lot of work to do to even this back up.
First stock. I can solo in attack. Trying to find those nair potentials, not really finding it whatsoever, not even going for a recovery, surprisingly. He goes for a recovery there off the ledge, not connecting. Mr. Petronsky waiting for Arkin to lose his jumps, trying to bait him out into some kind of attack. Doesn't work out on either side. Alright, and with that being said, Mr. Petronsky trying to go unarmed for a ground pound. Arkin sees right through it and looks like he might lose that stock. But no, Mr. Petronsky going on to the other side of the map. Arkin losing that final stock to a single side air unarmed attack.
Sorry about that. I was having some internet problems there.
It's all good, my friend.
Alright, what happened?
Looks like Mr. Petronsky won with a 2 stock lead, taking him down with unarmed at the very end. Really impressive gameplay so far from Mr. Petronsky. Really have not heard of him up until this point. From here on out, it looks like we'll be going to the losers final, semifinals, or the winners finals. I'm not really sure which next, but either way, it's either going to be Midget and Wing Shell of winners, or One Oz and Mr. Petronsky of losers.
Have you ever heard of One Oz before? Because I haven't.
I feel like I've heard his name a few times in the community, but I can't really put a legend to his name.
Yeah, neither can I. I look forward to seeing how he plays against Mr. Petronsky, and I also look forward to seeing how Wings Shell fares against Midget, whichever one comes first. I haven't heard too much about Wing Shell myself. He does have that solid tag, though, so he's definitely got to be somebody too insignificant.
Oh, yeah, he's a crazy player. I remember he was in my clan back when I wanted to try to be competitive starting out, and I recruited him. I like to think him and Arkin in my place were their first times like coming out into this community. And from there, they've just blossomed since they've left, since I've started casting against, since I've left clans behind. They've done so well. They've done excellent jobs, better than I could ever hope for them. And they were both at BCX this year. It was really nice meeting them in person, and they just dominated in the tournaments.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a nice guy. Apparently, Petronsky wants a break right now because he wants a breather, and I don't blame him after those insane matches that we just watched. So we're either going to be taking a break or we're going to Midget and Winged Shell right now.
Ooh, I hope we get to go for Midget and Winged Shell right now. I've just been so excited to see them. I just want to see it happen. Come on, man. I just want to see it happen.
Well, apparently we're sticking with the 10-minute break right now.
Oh, no. That's
so,
okay. It happens.
All right, we'll be back in a couple of minutes to watch One Oz versus Podronsky. So we'll be right back.
You got it. Cool.
And welcome back, everybody. We are back after our 10-minute break with Podronsky and 1Oz ready to go at it. Podronsky's all refreshed after his break, and I really look forward to seeing how this is going to play out.
That's right, that's right. I don't really know anything about 1Oz personally, Parathesia, but I'm really excited to see what legend he's going to pick to counter this seemingly unstoppable Koji that Mr. Podronsky has been showing us today in this tournament. So for those just tuning in, right now we're in the losers semifinals, almost on our way to the winners finals after this match, going on to the grand championship round, but it looks like 1Oz going for the level 55 Bodvar pick.
Oh my. Yeah, we've already seen some Bodvar out of Midget so far, but we definitely haven't seen how Podronsky is going to play against another sword. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
That's right, we haven't seen another sword against him. That's crazy.
Into map striking again. We already have
It's Mammoth. Oh
Shipwreck
no,
and
Mammoth.
Twilight. Which one? Now it's going to be Shipwreck, one of the
It's
most
never
favored
Twilight.
1v1 stages.
Shipwreck, Blackguard, Temple, Grand Temple, and Mammoth.
3, 2,
Great Hall. Wow, I'm dumb.
Brawl.
All right. 1Oz gets the sword immediately and does a nice job of aggressing onto Podronsky, but Podronsky gets the bow, doing a nice job of reading each other a little bit. No major leads have been taken just yet, although Oz is doing a nice job of bouncing Podronsky around the stage. Podronsky's might pull out that patient playstyle once again.
That's right, but 1Oz, having the ground advantage at that moment, not so much anymore. Missing that down signature. Had that down signature connected, though, it would have been a kill right there. But it looks like it's red and red right now. Not really too much going on.
Yeah, just throwing weapons, hitting some sword light attacks. I don't think any SIGs have been connected yet.
That's right, but it looks like there we go. 1Oz losing that first stock. Mr. Podronsky leading right now. Barely.
Yeah, any heavy hit from 1Oz, as much as a hammer Sayer, could knock out Podronsky. Although Podronsky isn't as deep red as he could be. 1Oz might have to do a little bit more damage before he gets that kill. Podronsky's doing a nice job of racking up damage onto Oz while preserving his own stock.
That's right, that's right. I couldn't have said it any better. Right now, Mr. Podronsky red on that first stock still. 1Oz really holding the ground advantage decently well. Not as well as he could have because he just cannot find that kill opportunity on Mr. Podronsky. But there we go. Ground pound taking him down. That's an entire 2-stock lead right now for Mr. Podronsky.
Podronsky's taking that early advantage once again, like we saw him do against Bubba. Oz has got to be careful here if he wants a chance at beating Podronsky. He might just have a long adaptation time like Bubba did, but it'll be interesting to see what he does after this match to make up for all of the interesting plays that Podronsky's doing.
Ooh, but there we go. Gravity cancel down sig straight into 1Oz. Really well timed. Definitely one of the hardest signatures in the game to connect with damage. Really impressive to see, but looks like this could potentially be a 3-stock coming out from Mr. Podronsky. There we go. There we go. That is an 3-stock. The second 3-stock we've seen this tournament by Mr. Podronsky in winners finals nonetheless. Actually, well, in the finals in general.
Yeah. Both players sticking with the same legends, surprisingly, although I'm guessing 1Oz just needed that little bit of time to adapt so we can try against Podronsky's sword. But that break that we took definitely helped out Podronsky. I'm sure he wouldn't have been doing, or I'm not sure, but he could have been doing just as well, but I'm sure it helped him too.
He finally got time to breathe.
Yeah.
All right, but there we go. We're in the shipwreck once again. 1Oz waiting for that weapon, doesn't want to attack unarmed at all. He doesn't want to lay on that pressure, but there we go. Sword pressure laying on right now. Not really great at ledge guarding, it looks like, from 1Oz. Definitely has the stance down, the spacing down, but just cannot connect the attacks.
Yeah, we saw the same type of play out of 1Oz at the beginning of last match, but Podronsky managed to get around it with his own sword play. 1Oz just jumped in and immediately started aggressing against Podronsky and racked up a little bit of damage. He's doing a better job of it now, but Podronsky could turn things around pretty quickly here.
Speaking of turning things around really quickly, Oh, that was the perfect segue for One Oz to get that kill. But no, we haven't seen it yet. One Oz with that golden hammer. Looks like this might be it. That might be the first kill of the game. It's not looking great for Mr. Petronsky. Uses that recovery, and there we go. First stock going down for Mr. Petronsky. One Oz barely in the lead. Any signature at all from that Koji will take down One Oz's stock.
Yeah, definitely, and One Oz still is sticking with that hammer, and he's doing a pretty good job of racking up damage onto Podronsky. Podronsky has a sword again, but Oz is almost copying his patient playstyle here. You see Oz standing still and waiting for Podronsky to approach a couple times.
It's working.
And, yeah, it's working well.
But with that being said, the weapon throw connects, sending One Oz down to that kill plane, evening out the match essentially. Ooh, Mr. Petronsky so fast to the draw, getting that second weapon before Oz can. And there we go. Look at that sword abilities. Holy moly.
That was excellently played by Petronsky there. That short sword string was really good at racking up damage to giving Petronsky the advantage once again. Like I said, Oz had it early, but Petronsky was managed to bring things back around and even up the match again. Oz has to be careful off the edge with Petronsky's bow, because bow is notoriously good on the edge. But he does manage to connect the double ground pound for the kill, giving Oz the slight lead again. Any signature from Oz could be the kill onto Petronsky.
That's right, that's right. But One Oz still holding on right now. Oh man, still holding on. Never mind Caster's curse. 1-1 now.
Yep, the match is basically even once again. Both players in the white. Oz has a little bit of a lead that was turned right back around, and Podronsky, unwilling to approach off the side, just continuously knocks Oz off over and over again. Oz struggling to get any hits off with that hammer.
Oz, you need to do something, pal. You can't just wait to find those stairs. You need to act. But there we go. Side C coming out from Petronsky, sending One Oz flying.
Yeah, One Oz is really struggling here against Petronsky's sword. Double clash. Petronsky throws the sword, knocks Oz off the stage once again, and hits the side air for the kill, giving Petronsky the second game. Since we're still in the losers bracket here, if Oz loses this next one, he's out of the tournament, and Petronsky moves even further forward.
That's right, that's right. I believe it's best out of 5 in losers question mark. I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, that match was definitely a lot closer than the first one. Petronsky has this thing of always getting like 3 stocks in the first match, and then very close matches the second one.
Yeah,
the third one always seems to be a bit of a toss-up.
Yeah, it does, because as the players start to adapt and realize what Petronsky's doing, his tactics start losing effectiveness, but he does manage to keep it up to the extent where it works in the best of 5, which is definitely going to help him as he progresses through this bracket, if he moves forward past this one.
That's right, that's right. So hopefully... Oh, it looks like One Oz leveled up his Bodvar, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we can.
And that's
going to
make the whole difference.
It might, you never know. But here we go, map banning right now. Twilight Grove King's Pass, followed up by Blackguard Keep, Great Hall, and...
all flat stages are options right now. Shipwreck Falls is our
again.
map of choice. All right, and here we go into potentially the last match, unless Oz manages to pull something around here. But if Petronsky keeps up his playstyle against Oz, hammer and sword, Oz is going to have some problems.
It's hard
Oz
to say
with the
what's going to
sword.
happen.
Petronsky with that bow once again, just racking up more and more damage onto Oz. Oz struggling to get any hits off here. Oz has his own sword. Anytime he tries to approach...
Yeah, it's orange and orange right now, guys.
Ooh.
It's hard to say what's going to happen. One Oz seems to... Are you okay? Okay. One Oz right now seems to struggle a lot to find that kill option. Red and red on that first stock. Mr. Petronsky, there we go. Slide charging down, stake unarmed, sending Oz to that kill plane. Getting that sword once again, definitely putting on so much pressure.
Sorry about that. My internet's having some more problems. You're gonna have to deal with this for just a second as I restart Brawl.
That's okay, I got you. There we go. One Oz right now losing any semblance of an advantage. Might be able to bring it back right now. Getting that really good stare on Petronsky. Missing the ground pound a little too delayed. Petronsky with the bow right now. He is in such a good position. He can easily get one more signature, even out the game. So much. There we go. Slide charging. Neutral Stick missing off the ledge. And One Oz taking advantage of it off the ledge. Finally. Took 3 matches, but we finally got that off stage side sig with that hammer to take down a stock on Mr. Petronsky. Here we go.
Oh wow, I come back to something interesting.
Oh yes.
So Petronsky has the lead. Oh no, I guess it's not too interesting. It's about what I expected. Petronsky has the lead here. Oz is struggling to get any hits off. Petronsky hits the nice gravity cancel down sig for the kill.
Oh man, it could go any ways at this point. One Oz could magically pull a rabbit out of his hat, bring it back, but at this point, I don't want to be a pessimist, but it seems to be like his fate is sealed. I'd like to take note that One Oz did make it to the top 8. I'm not sure through any disqualifications, but Dreamy and Simba, his competitors, did disqualify to get up to the losers semifinals.
Oz is making a little bit of a comeback here, though. He's knocked Petronsky down to his last stock. Like you said, this trend that we've been seeing is holding true once again. The last game is a little bit, could go either way. But Petronsky's still getting those bow hits off onto Oz, and Oz is struggling to do anything.
That's right. I don't want to say his fate is sealed. I'm kind of dodging around that point, even though I kind of want to say it. But One Oz, you're right, bringing it back a little bit. I think maybe that 3-stock getting the Mr. Pedrosky's head a little too much. There we go, double Sair. Doesn't want to go for the ground pound. Mr. Petronsky going for the gravity cancel down sig.
Yeah, Petronsky's got to find this kill option here. He could be in for another game against Oz, and if Oz keeps up playing like he is right now, Petronsky could have a little bit of trouble, because Oz is doing a relatively good job of finally adapting to Petronsky's playstyle.
Oh,
but that bow
unfortunately,
recovery...
the bow recovery takes him down.
Mr. Petronsky moves forward in the loser's bracket, and Oz is out of the tournament, unfortunately.
Unfortunate, but did a really good job.
Which means that we are going to Midget and Winged Shell next.
Now, this is the match I've been waiting for.
Definitely, because Mr. Petronsky just won against Oz, which means Mr. Petronsky is gonna be facing...
whoever wins this.
Yeah, or no, whoever loses this.
You're right, yeah.
Yep, this bracket, I always struggle reading these brackets. They're always more or less complicated than they should be.
Oh yes, I know. They hurt my head so much.
Yep. But now we're waiting for our players to join the game. We've already seen a little bit out of Midget so far with his Bodvar, that sword and hammer proven to be relatively equal in skill on both of them.
Oh, and here's Midget himself.
Yep. But now we get to see how Winged Shell is going to deal against Midget.
Ooh, make me proud, Winged Shell. We haven't seen him into the lobby yet, but I'm really excited to see him once again. Get some nice, solid gameplay out of him. Haven't seen him yet, though.
Let's hope he doesn't disqualify.
Oh, please, no.
He automatically won against Simba because Simba DQ'd, but I'm not even sure if Winged Shell signed in to begin with, so... let's see. Hopefully he's around. Was really looking forward to seeing this match, like you said.
You're right. I've been hyping it up so much, I'd hate to see it not go down now.
What legends have you seen Winged Shell use mostly?
Oh, man, it's been a while. I definitely want to say Scythe. I think he is a great Scythe player. You know what? Let's go on the Brawl database.
Oh, you're right.
In the meantime,
Yeah, I haven't seen too much out of him. Like you said before, you saw him at BCX, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yep, and so you probably know him a lot better than I do, but like he made his way up into the top 8 yesterday when the players played through the tournament, which means he's definitely going to stand a chance against Midget. All of these players who
he's
are
coming
here.
on.
Oh, here he is. Like I was saying, all of these players in the top 8 definitely have a lot of skill.
You're right, you're right. And just really quickly looking at the Brawl database, it's not 100% accurate, but it does say he has 384 hours on Val.
Oh, all right. So
And
that's going to be some gauntlets right there.
67 hours on Nick. So blasters, sword, gauntlets, and scythe. We're going to see a lot of insanity.
We've already seen how Midget fared against gauntlets in the past with, I keep on forgetting his name.
Arkin?
Arkin, yeah, Arkin. And he's done relatively well against him, obviously, if he managed to beat Arkin 3-1. So maybe Winged Shell will be able to pull some different gauntlet play out, or if with Val he favors sword, some sword play.
All right, and here's Wing Shell himself. It's going to be interesting to see who he picks. Don't disappoint me.
Yep, let's see what happens. See that CEO Dreamland tag.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's the Val.
Oh, yeah, look at
Oh,
that.
level 86. Oh, my goodness.
Jesus. Level 86 Val versus a level 65 Bodvar.
Midget Baby meeting his maker here. We'll have to see what happens with this match.
Ooh.
Sword against sword, gauntlets against hammer. Winged hiding his border. Doesn't want to show off his diamond.
I do it too.
Well, yeah. All up to personal preference, I'm sure. All right. Here we go into the match. Midget gets his sword immediately. Wing Shell not doing too much just yet.
It's also been 8 seconds, so...
Yeah. Just wanted to jump right into it. Wing Shell with his gauntlets. Midget spot dodge and gets a nice sword string.
Now this is Brawlhalla, ladies and gentlemen. High, fast action gameplay, but looks like Wing Shell... Wow, making it back to the platform. So close to dying. That could have gone very bad for Wing Shell. But brings it back. Midget struggling to find that kill opportunity. Oh, but looks like the recovery taking him down.
Yeah, Midget really waited to hit that recovery, which worked out for him as he did manage to knock out Wing Shell. But Wing Shell has some adapting to do if he wants to rack up damage against Midget. Midget's sword and hammer are just a little bit too much for him right now. I'd like to see how he moves forward with this.
It would definitely be very interesting. Midget right now an entire stock ahead of Wing Shell. It's not looking good for him right now, but looks like Wing Shell playing definitely a little bit more of an aerial game. Sticking for grounded attacks for those neutral likes like you just saw.
Wing Shell goes for a random down sig. Didn't really see how that could have hit myself. I don't know. Probably did some crazy read stuff. Midget losing the weapon but doing some nice unarmed play off the side of the stage. Gets the sword again. Tries to keep Shell off. Shell goes for the gravity cancel neutral sig, but Midget is unable to capitalize.
That's right, that's right. But Midget right now, speaking of capitalization, gets that downlight into the recovery, sending Wing Shell to that kill, playing an entire 2-stock lead right now. Midget has been dominating in this tournament so far. We haven't really seen anyone, except for maybe Wing Shell and Arkin, pose a huge threat against him. Hopefully this first match, just for Wing Shell to feel out the opponent, make sure he knows what he's doing. And it looks like right now we might be able to see the first stock loss of Midget this match, but it looks like no, Midget just putting on consistent pressure.
Yeah, Midget is really doing an excellent job of baiting Winged and knocking him off the edge and just overall like playing with him, pushing him around the stage. Winged Shell finally gets the kill onto Midget, but he's already in the red on his last stock. It's not going to take too much effort from Midget to finish off this match. Tries to go for the Russian Mafia, didn't end up working out for him.
Well, rest in peace, Russian Mafia, but there we go. Wing Shell with those gauntlet strings. Oh man, this is the beginning. This could be it, but nope. Looks like Midget puts a quick end to it. And there we go, recovery into the last stock. There we go, Midget winning by 2 stocks.
Yep, Wing Shell put up a valiant effort there at the end, but he was unable to make too much headway. And now we're up, same legends from both, if I see correctly. They've jumped pretty fast into the map striking again.
That's right, that's right. I'm assuming they're the same legends as last time. I see I don't see them changing legends whatsoever. But it looks like now we're down to Twilight, Blackguard, and Mammoth.
Twilight Grove is our map of choice. Midget with the Bodvar once again, and Winged with the Val. I want to see if Winged... I gotta make up my mind if I'm going to call him Winged or Shell. We got to see if he was able to learn Midget's playstyle a little bit better and adapt to it.
I definitely think a map like Twilight Grove will definitely help out Wing Shell a lot more than a map like Grey Hall. I mean, there was platforms for, oh boy, right after that, Midget not going easy on Wing Shell with those unarmed attacks, pretty much sending him to yellow in 15 seconds, less than 15 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Wing Shell trying to bring it back to Midget, going for that recovery, missing both.
Yeah, Wing's really trying to get these reads here, which he's going to have to do if he wants to get any headway against Midget. Oh my goodness. That was incredible. Well played by Midget with those unarmed strings at the beginning and the double sig. And now Winged has to be careful how he plays this, because Midget with that hammer, as we know, is a very deadly force.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it looks like Wing Shell definitely a lot closer than it was last match. Trying to bring Midget to that ledge, working out really well, but just cannot find that final hit to send him to the kill plane. There we go. Downlight into the ground pound. Midget, though, bringing it back with that hammer. The hammer's just been such a destructible force. Even the sword, too, that we saw earlier, that neutral sing into the side signature, just being such a powerhouse.
Yeah, Wing does manage to get back up onto the stage, and Midget has his sword once again. We might see some unarmed play out of Winged right here, but Midget is just refusing to die. Finally, Winged picks up the kill. Yep, right as I say it, Winged manages to pick up the kill with that unarmed recovery. Picks up the gauntlets, but the next weapon that Midget is getting is the hammer, and we've already seen how much trouble Wings is faced with that.
Oh man, but looks like Wing Shell trying to pop off on Midget right now, but Midget thrown off by 2 stairs. Wow, Midget right back to an entire 2-stock lead.
Yeah, definitely. Midget's really taking the advantage here. Winged, like the first game, he's struggling, although not as badly. We'll have to see if he manages to at least take Midget down to his last stock, if not win the game, although I'd be very surprised if Wing does at this point. Nice gauntlet string into neutral sing out of
man,
Winged.
there we go. That's how you turn it around.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. Wing does an excellent job of turning this back around.
Wing Shell and Midget right now neck and neck for this match. Midget having that dominating sword at the moment. But Wing Shell with those gauntlets, we've seen nothing but those insanity gauntlets. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, he has almost 400 hours on this character. Level 80 Val. Orange and orange with Midget. This is the closest we've seen to an even fight in this top 8 so far.
Yeah, this right now is extremely even. The match could still go either way. Even though Midget had the advantage early on, Winged either needed some time to warm up or some time to adapt, because he's definitely posing a threat for Midget right now. Midget tries to hit with oh my goodness. The gravity, not the gravity cancel, the ground pound is enough to take out Winged, giving Midget the second game.
Had that been maybe even a second earlier, Wing Shell would have had that down air into Midget, possibly even being a KO opportunity, but no. It looks like Wing Shell switching over to the Wu Shang pick. Let's see what level that is. 41, not as good as the level 80 Val that we saw earlier, but still an absolute monstrosity.
Yeah, that Wushang could be the thing that turns it around for Winged, because we've already seen how Midget fared against the Val's gauntlets versus the sword, and the gauntlets have definitely been pressuring him a little bit more than the sword, so that spear could be what sets Midget over the edge.
Absolutely, absolutely. But looks like right off the bat, Midget getting that sword, trying to weapon starve as much as possible, but it doesn't even matter if Wing Shell gets the weapon. He's still weapon starving him in spirit with that definitely that pressuring sword. So demanding. Look at that. The downlight into the Sair, just absolutely destroying Wing Shell right now. But it looks like Wing Shell starting to bring it back, being orange on that first stock still. But there we go. Side sig sending him flying. Weapon throw securing the kill.
Yeah, that legend change from Shell has not phased Midget whatsoever. Midget is just as deadly as ever with that Bodvar, and we have yet to see any hammer from him. That sword is just incredible off the edge. Winged is struggling to make any headway, although he does get a nice gauntlet hit off onto Midget.
That's right, that's right. And it looks like there we go. The recovery taking down Midget's first stock. It's pretty much even right now. Midget getting that hammer. Going for once there, going for the downline, missing.
Yeah,
Oh,
Midget
man.
with the hammer doing a nice job off the edge there. Wing not willing to approach because he knows how Midget plays off the edge with both the hammer and the sword. Both are extremely deadly off the edge. Wings is struggling once again to make any headway. Midget holding a pretty strong lead here.
I believe it's 2-0 right now for Midget.
Yep,
Oh,
if
man.
Wing Shell loses this one, he gets moved down into the loser's bracket. So this match right here isn't as deciding as some of the ones in the loser's bracket when it kicks people out of the tournament, but it's still big because this could mean a bracket reset versus no bracket reset.
That's absolutely correct. If Wingshell can beat Mr. Petrotsky in the losers finals, we'll just see a rematch of Midget versus Wingshell. Or we might see Midget versus Mr. Petrotsky. That's what this set decides.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoa, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Not something you see often. It's like that weapon floated there for a little bit just to make sure Wingshell got hit by it. But wow, not something you see often. There we go. Midget setting up with that stomp into a side light, into a ground pound. Oh man. Midget just knows how to do all these crazy, crazy small but awesome combos. But there we go. The ground pound coming out from Wingshell. Midget not being able to make it back from the platform, loses that second stock.
Yep, Wing Shell has gotten close to evening this back up a little bit. Although Midget does have a damage advantage, the stocks are even. Midget picks up the sword once again, though, and he starts going after Wings. He hits his head, and he manages to Oh my goodness, excellently played by Midget.
Holy moly, I was not expecting that. That should have been a kill against Midget for sure, but no, that might have been the inspiration Wingshell needed to bring it back. It's orange and red right now, ladies and gentlemen, but no, one Sair, two Sair, blue Sair, red Sair.
Oh my goodness.
He makes it back.
This is getting extremely close right now. The match could go either way. If Midget wins this one, he gets to move forward in the winner's bracket. He's just hovering off the edge with that sword. Wing gets an unarmed hit and picks up the gauntlets.
Oh, there we go, neutral light. Into a ground pound, nope.
Oh my goodness, this is so stressful.
Ooh,
the ground
there we
pound
go.
from Midget gives Midget the win and knocks Winged Shell into the loser's bracket.
Unfortunate that had to happen. But it looks like now we're getting Mr. Petrovsky versus Wingshell.
Yep, Mr. Podronsky versus Winged Shell, and the winner of that goes up against Midget to determine whether we have a winner or a bracket reset.
Ooh.
Really interested to see. We're interested to see how Winged Shell fares against Podronsky, because Podronsky plays sword just like Midget does, but in a completely different way. That patience is astounding sometimes. How he manages to just wait and hit right at the exact moment to get the kill that he needs to put himself in the lead.
I can definitely see that patient style of sword gameplay coming out from that Koji to be really frustrating for the opponent. And it just brings out that aggressive nature that Mr. Petrovsky can just go against so well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, here we go. Wingshell and Mr. Podronsky are both in the lobby. I wonder if Wingshell is going to stick with that Wushang or go back to his original
look
pick.
At that. Level 41 Wushang coming out from Wingshell.
And he always has that Val, that level 80-something Val to fall back on if he needs to. We already know that this Wushang is not his strongest character. Well, I'm not going to say that. It is a very, very strong character for him, but he definitely has that Val if he needs it.
All right, with that being said, we've seen how these two characters play already. I don't think we need much of an introduction, but they're Koji and Wushang, they're just destructive. And so it looks like we're up the map banning right now.
At this point, it would be really shocking to see Podronsky change legends.
Absolutely. Who would he even switch to? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Most likely another sword or bow legend, considering how well both of those have worked out for him. I just can't imagine playing that. I can't imagine him using that same play style with a different weapon. I wonder how he would apply it if he had to.
That's a very good question, and I'm not sure.
Podronsky gets that sword right away, knocks Wingshell off the side. Wingshell gets a spear. Not too much progress made in either direction as both players feel each other out.
Oh man, but right now looks like it's not doing great for Wing Shell. Already orange on that first stock, only about 30 seconds into the match. Mr. Petrovsky really doing well, kind of similar to Midget with those searing capabilities, sending Wing Shell down to that kill plane.
Yeah, Podronsky takes the early advantage there. This could be the same trend that we've seen out of almost all of Podronsky's plays. First match is a 3-stock, second match is a 2-stock, and the last match is close, but Podronsky still wins.
Usually a
I don't-
1-stock.
Yep, we'll have to see what happens against Wingshell.
Oh man, and there we go. Mr. Petrovsky, even though a combo was hit on him, he is still doing so well. Orange on that first stock still, Wing Shell orange on the second. Not really doing too well on Wing Shell's end. He's kind of putting a little bit of pressure on Mr. Petrovsky, but he's playing super patiently as well. Oh, going really risky for that long ground pound, but it did not succeed.
Yep, but however, both players managed to get back up onto the stage. Podronsky keeping his sword, although it was just knocked off by the side sig. Wingshell picking up the spear. Podronsky gets the sword once again, trying to get that killing blow on the Wingshell to continue his potential 3-stock.
And will it happen, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not entirely sure. Hype it up with me. There we go.
Oh my
Gravity
goodness.
cancels down sig into the secured stock kill.
Podronsky has a lot of potential to pick up this kill here if he gets a nice sword string, but Wingshell isn't doing too bad of a job himself of keeping Podronsky on the edge. Wingshell tries to go. Oh my goodness, he hits that slide down sig for the kill, knocking out Podronsky's stock. However, Podronsky almost has an entire stock on top of Winged.
That's right, that's right. Wingshell just has not been able to supply the amount of pressure he needs against his opponents so far in these matchups. There we go. Ground pound missing. Mr. Petrovsky not really punishing it.
Yeah.
It's hard to say what's going to happen now. Can Wingshell get the Gimp? We haven't really seen anything Gimp-worthy, but he does get a really good aerial combo into a side sig, into a recovery, into another recovery, but its spot dodge missed.
Wingshell's doing an excellent job with those gauntlets right now. If Podronsky doesn't have that sword, it seems like Wingshell has a pretty good advantage. Gravity cancel side sig for the kill onto Podronsky, evening up the stocks, but not quite the damage. Podronsky has a little bit of an advantage, but he gets that deadly sword once again. Oh!
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Player one wins.
Excellent gimp from Wingshell with those gauntlets, giving him
Wow.
the first game.
Unexpected. A reverse 3-stock.
Yes, that was a reverse.
Wow, we've seen it all this
My
tournament. We've
goodness.
seen close 1-to-1 stocks, 3 stocks, and reverse 3 stocks. It's the trifecta of awesomeness.
Wingshell sticking with that Wushang again, and Mr. Podronsky, of course, sticking with the Koji. We've already seen how deadly Wingshell's gauntlets can be off the edge. I wonder how Podronsky's going to adapt to that.
Oh man, there we go. King's Pass and Thunder Guard going down. Great Hall going down. Followed up by Blackguard Keep. It's hard to say what's gonna happen. It's gonna be
Can we
Mammoth.
see-
Boom.
Oh, yep, it's Mammoth. All right, and in this Mammoth Fortress we go. I was half expecting to see Twilight Grove once again because of how that worked before, but nope, here we go into Mammoth Fortress. That flat stage with the floating stage. Very versatile map.
Oh man, right off the bat, looks like Wingshell not letting up at all with that unarmed damage.
Podronsky immediately gets his sword and starts putting pressure on Winged Shell, although Winged Shell is keeping the damage relatively even with his unarmed hits and spear hits. But Podronsky's just doing a nice job of racking up damage.
It's orange and yellow at the moment. It's not looking good for Wingshell. Oh no, he's below the stage. Can he make it back? And Mr. Petrovsky misses the ground pound. That would have killed Wingshell, but no, he missed and brought it back.
But it does not seem to matter too much right now because Podronsky is just putting more and more pressure on Winged Shell. Winged Shell is hardly able to get in a hit. That slide unarmed down sig is enough to take out Winged Shell, giving Podronsky almost an entire stock advantage. Podronsky with that sword, weapon starving. Wing Shell unable to pick up.
Oh no! But the gravity cancel neutral sig facing the wrong way. Wing Shell manages to break out of that loop. Gets off stage with that spear. Can't find the recovery. Finds the reverse there. But no, Mr. Petrovsky going for his signature reverse gravity cancel down sig. But ain't connecting. Definitely an achievement in itself.
Yeah, it really surprises me how often Podronsky manages to connect that gravity cancel down sig. People fall for it so often.
Absolutely. I'll have to start trying that.
Yeah, definitely. Although can't say I play Koji too often.
Oh, I'm a sword main. I know. I know how it is.
Wing Shell doing a nice job of getting more damage onto Podronsky, but any heavy hit from Podronsky will knock out Wing Shell at this point. But we could see another reverse 3-stock out of Wing Shell. I don't want to put too much doubt on him, especially with how last game went.
That's right. It could go any number of ways. It's currently 1-1 between the two. Anything can happen. And I believe this is also a best of 3.
Best of 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Best of 5. It's even spicier this time around, but no, the sliding down sig does not work. But it doesn't matter. Mr. Petrovsky loses that first stock.
Yep, Podronsky has an entire stock advantage here, but like we saw before, Wing Shell could turn this back around. He has his gauntlets off the edge, those Skyforce gauntlets. Almost gets a read off on Podronsky, but is just getting a few light hits off here and there. Podronsky trying to find the right time to move in and start attacking.
That's right. Petrovsky has to play even more patiently now. He's losing his advantage rapidly. Wing Shell playing so high in the air, it's hard for Mr. Petrovsky to do anything on the ground.
Yep, the damage is basically even right now, but it's that stock that's going to make the entire difference. Any sig from either side could be the kill. Winged goes for a side sig, but does not connect. Both weapon throws hit, and both are unable to pick up again.
Oh, man. Oh, man. It's all down to this. Wing Shell trying to go in for the gravity cancel down light, but misses the recovery. Does not take enough to end Wing Shell's final stock. Side light, neutral light. Weapon throw. But it doesn't matter. His fate is sealed. It's currently 2-1 in Mr. Petrovsky's favor.
Yep, so it's 2-1?
I believe so.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 1-1 because
Wasn't
we
there
saw
a Great Hall match?
Well, they just agreed on 1-1 in the chat, so now I'm not sure.
Okay.
But what I'm relatively sure what happened was in that first match between Winged Shell and Podronsky, it was 1 Wushang, and then Wushang won with the 3-stock. In this next game, it was Wushang versus Koji again, and Podronsky won. And so now Winged Shell's switching back over to his favorite Val to try to make some headway against Podronsky.
Gotcha. And that makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm. Podronsky's going to restart his emotum here, so it's going to be another second before the game starts. Then we'll get to see how Winged Shell's Val fares against that deadly sword from Podronsky.
You would think restarting your router would be something you would do while you requested a 10-minute break, but that is okay. Gives us more time to hype up the next few matches.
Yep, I'm sure Podronsky's just being careful, though, because that $25 prize is definitely worth fighting for.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And in the meantime, whoever wins this set will go on to fight Midget in the grand finals.
Yeah, definitely. Let's take a look at the bracket here. So we have Winged Shell and Podronsky playing against each other, currently 1-1. Like you said, whoever wins this goes up against Midget. And then we have potentially 1 or 2 more set of matches.
Ooh, it's all down to this. Unfortunately, we did have to have at least 3 sets of disqualifications in the top 8. It does happen. It's online. Whatever.
Yep, and we all know that Simba's a very nice guy, and we all have the in real life stuff coming up and taking up our time. So it's understandable, can't be avoided. We just have to move forward.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And $25, worth fighting for, but not the end of the world.
Yeah, definitely. I would have liked to see Simba play against Winged Shell. I really looked forward to seeing Simba's play style, and I would have also liked to see him potentially play against a Midget. What legends does Simba main?
Oh, it's been a while. Simba's all over the place. I remember for a while he would main Hattori. Then I'm not sure what he moved on to. I guess we can always check the Brawl database.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't seen too much of him myself. I don't. Unfortunately, I should keep up a little bit more with some of these not as huge players like your LDZs and your Boomies
Yeah.
and your Remys, etc., etc. Let's see.
I'm not finding the right Simba, but that is okay.
Yeah, that's not the right one.
That's okay, though. We will just patiently wait. Looks like Wing shall bring out the level 86 Val again, so that'll be a really interesting pick. Hopefully
Yeah,
we get to see that.
yeah, definitely. We already saw how that Val fared before against who did he play before? Against the Midget. That's right. And
That's right.
Midget didn't have too much trouble with him. And again with the Wu Shang though, he didn't have too much trouble against the Wu Shang since it was a 3-0. So I would really like to see how Winged Shell uses his Val since we haven't got to see it at its full power just yet.
I know. I'm really excited to see it too. I think definitely against Midget would have been a nice warm up. And, you know, he didn't get to play for a little bit because of disqualifications, but hopefully we'll see some really nice action now that his Val is warmed up. He's played a lot of Wu Shang. He's got those gauntlets going. And it looks like soon we'll have Mr. Petrovsky coming back.
Yep. People are pep talking Winged in the chat,
You
going,
got
"It's
this,
okay,
buddy.
Wingy, just breathe."
You got this, pal. And there we go. Mr. Petrovsky
Yep.
is back.
All right, and we're ready to get started into the next match. Most likely, Podronsky's sticking with that Koji, although it'd be surprising if we saw him pick a different legend.
That would be really surprising, and it might still happen.
Mm-hmm. I just noticed Wing Shell's rocking that extra attack stance, lowered speed stance. I do the opposite. I tried to get that speed up because I like that extra speed on Val.
Personally, I like defense on mine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's up to personal preference. I don't know. I wonder if Wing Shell changes his stances around at all, or if he usually sticks with the one. So I know some people like to swap it around on the legend that they made.
Yeah, with Val, I definitely think it's one of the most balanced in terms of stats characters in the game, where you get really viable stats no matter what you choose. But it looks like Mr. Petrovsky going in for that Koji pick still.
Yeah, as expected. And we're into map striking once again. And Small Mammoth Fortress is our map of choice. Once again, we've been seeing a lot of that map so far this tournament. Wing Shell with the Val, Petronsky with the Koji, and here we go into our match.
That's right. Can't wait to see this. Mr. Petrovsky right off the bat getting that sword, making sure Wing Shell is put in his place. Wow. There's nothing Wing Shell can do. Mr. Petrovsky is like a missile. Like one of those lock-on missiles. It's absolutely insane.
He just knows everything that Wing Shell is going to do. He's doing an excellent job of avoiding Wing Shell's hits and getting off hit after hit of his own. Trying to go for another neutral sig, he does not manage to. Wing tries to get a nice gauntlet string off, but doesn't get the read right. Petronsky has the damage advantage, knocks Wing Shell off the side again with the side air. Gets his bow, hits the recovery.
Oh man, but it's incredibly close right now. Wing Shell bringing it back. Mr. Petrovsky sticking with the ground attacks right now. Wing Shell kind of uses a little bit of a mixture of both, and it's working out for him right now. And it's red, but no. One powerful attack. I wasn't sure which one it was. It could have been side sig, unarmed, taking down Mr. Petrovsky's first stock.
Yeah, Mr. Petronsky just does incredible with anything that he has, even if you try to weapon starve him.
Oh, but there we go. The reversal. Oh,
yep,
yeah,
that nice side sig.
It's like the first stock never happened.
Yep, but like I was saying, Petronsky is just dangerous with whatever weapon he has. Like, you don't even bother trying to weapon starve him because he's just as deadly as unarmed as he is with his bow. Although we can definitely say that his sword is his strongest suit.
Absolutely. But it's coming once again to be really even. Wing Shell struggling on the platform, on the ledge once again. Mr. Petrovsky just has the edge guarding game nailed down.
Yeah, but this
there we go.
definitely helped out Winged here. That Wushang wasn't working as well, but the Val is just pulling things back around, keeping the game extremely even.
Whoa, that
Oh
spot
my
dodge though
goodness.
against that side sig on the bow. Really well timed. I probably wouldn't have been able to do that. Most other people wouldn't be able to either. And it looks like the platform saves the day with that weapon throw. Wingshell not phased at all by it. Red and red, second stock. Oh man.
That double recovery wasn't enough to knock out Podronsky, and now both players are in deep red, trying to hit that down air. Both unable to hit it, although
Wow.
Wingshell finally does. Wingshell with the gauntlets once again. Podronsky with no weapon tries to go for that unarmed side C again, but Wingshell knows better this time around. Oh!
Nice. It's like the first two stocks never happened. This is definitely the most even game we've seen so far in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Things just keep on getting more and more even, although that's going to happen as the top players show themselves in the bracket. Podronsky with the sword once again, Winged Shell with the gauntlets. No major approaches have been made.
That's right. It's a bit of a back and forth right now. Anything is possible, but Petrovsky once again like a lock-on missile on the side of that map. But there we go. Wing Shell bringing it back, giving some little bit of heat that way. Orange and orange first stock. This is definitely the closest we've seen so far. It's like top 10 anime betrayals, greatest fights of all time. Oh my god, holy moly, what's gonna happen? Red and red, final stock.
Nobody wants to approach. Oh my goodness, that side signal barely connects.
Oh, down sig connects, 2 in a row. Can Wing Shell go for a third? A third one would kill. Nope, looks like nope. Ooh.
Unarmed side sig connects, but it's not quite enough to do anything. Winged Shell gets the down air for the kill, giving Winged Shell the next game. What is the score right now?
Oh, I don't even know at this point. I think
It's 2-1.
2-1. Oh man. All right. Wing Shell right now doing so well with this Val. It's the sword just working out so much better than the spear. But Wing Shell needs to watch out for Mr. Petrovsky's legend capabilities. It's just, it's crazy. It's like once he identifies you, you're dead. Or very close to dying.
If Winged Shell wins this one, that means Petrovsky is out of the tournament after all this progress that he's made, and we get to see Winged Shell go up against Midget once again. Winged Shell's going to have to bring some new tactics to that fight if he makes it that far.
That's right. And I hope we get to see more new tactics coming out of Mr. Petrovsky's way. We've seen a lot of the same kind of gameplay over the last few sets, and it would be nice to see a bit of a change.
Definitely. I want to see a map other than Small Mammoth Fortress.
How about King's Pass? We should see one of those again. I think we've seen every map in this tournament so far.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. We could have very easily have. But we stick with Small Mammoth Fortress once again.
All right, here we go.
3, 2,
if Wing Shell
1,
can win this next
brawl.
match, he faces Midget once again for that $25 gift card in the Grand Championship battle.
Yeah, definitely. Mr. Podronsky with his sword once again, just keeping Winged off the stage. Winged has to get his weapon fast if he wants a chance against Podronsky's deadly sword.
It's scary.
Winged gets a sword of his own, though.
It's yellow and orange.
Oh!
Wow! Sending Petrovsky so high up into the air. One last hit upwards would have ended his stock. Not something you see really often in really high health pretty much play ever, except for a Lucian pick on Blackguard. That's the only time you'll see that.
Yeah, Winged gets his gauntlets once again, though, and definitely his favored weapon, I think. That definitely works really well against Podronsky. Podronsky gets rid of the bow and hits that unarmed side sig against Shell, knocks him off the stage, but is unable to connect the sword ground pound.
Really good spot dodge coming out from Wing Shell, bringing it back to that platform. I think if he had done it any other frame, it would have not worked, but there we go. Recovery taking down Wing Shell's first stock.
Wing Shell's got to get this kill fast so that Podronsky doesn't rack up a lot of damage on him in the meantime. But Wing Shell's on the edge of that sword and manages to get back up with not too much punishment. Unarmed recovery. Side sig does not connect.
It's not looking good for Wingshell right now. He's not doing nearly as good as he did last match. Red and orange. If Wingshell loses the second stock, it might be over. We might be going into 5 games.
Yep, Podronsky's using his extreme patience to his advantage right here, spacing himself out just so much that he's able to punish Wingshell perfectly almost every time. Wingshell's really got to get this kill here so he can start racking up more damage onto Podronsky, but Podronsky has just as much capability to get a kill right now as Wingshell does.
Going for one nair, missing a Sair, going in for that Sair, hits him across the map. Mr. Petrovsky is almost black in terms of health. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
Wingshell...
Mr. Podronsky takes the another stock advantage.
Oh, but there we go. It doesn't... Well, it matters a little bit. It's just changing the numbers, essentially. Wingshell now an entire stock behind from Mr. Petrovsky.
Yep. Mr. Podronsky, this could be another potential reverse 3 stock from Wingshell. We've already seen one of those so far with the Koji Gimp in the beginning. Not Koji, I'm sorry. With the Wushang Gimp at the beginning. We'll have to see if he manages to pull it back around, although it's not looking too great for him right now.
But anything can happen. We did see the reverse 3 stock coming out from Wingshell in the very first match between the two, so it's entirely possible.
Mr. Podronsky is doing that side sig held just a little bit. I've seen similar things that LDZ did at VCX. If you hold it for just that extra little bit of time, it adds force to it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how it's applied, especially if somebody catches another player with it right after they dodge. They don't have the time to dodge out of it.
Oh, Wingshell almost going in for that stock kill, but no, really good spot dodge coming out from Mr. Petrovsky, dodging that neutral sig. But the down sig catching Wingshell, making it 2-2.
Which means whoever wins this next one takes it, and whoever loses is out of the tournament. This is a very deciding match right here. It could go either way.
That's right, and keep in mind, I believe both of these players have already lost a midget before.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they have.
No.
Well, no.
No, Mr. Petrovsky has not.
Mr. Podronsky started in the losers bracket right from the beginning and has worked his way forward.
He did. He lost to... Actually, it's interesting to note, in the winners' quarterfinals of the top 16, Wingshell won over Mr. Petrovsky.
Oh, really?
Yes, interesting.
Oh, looking back at the losers bracket in the top 16, I see Double Time and Atrophius. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see them play.
Unfortunate as well, but that's okay because we get to see this wonderful gameplay. Once again,
yeah.
Bell versus Koji, Wingshell versus Mr. Petrovsky.
Yeah, definitely. This is extremely high-level gameplay right here. Mr. Podronsky using that spacing with the sword to his advantage, just keeping Wingshell at the tip of his sword. But Wingshell is doing an excellent job of starting to adapt to what Mr. Podronsky is doing, which is what leads us to this 2-2 score right now.
Hopefully Midget is watching in case Mr. Petrovsky wins.
Yeah, he could use the information from these matchups to help him adapt in the future.
He's got a lot of examples.
Definitely. Podronsky gets the bow right away, but tries to weapon star, favors the sword, of course.
The ledge game going really strong by Wingshell right now. A lot less room for Mr. Petrovsky to do much, but I don't know if it's a good idea for Wingshell.
I see Podronsky a lot of the time, he just goes for that dodge into the air and ground pounder, dodge into the air and side air, just like really, really rapid. It makes it really hard for people to recover to it, catches them by surprise.
How do people have those reflexes?
Are you even human?
I know, right? It's like you have 8 fingers on each hand.
Wingshell goes for the side sig, does not connect, and Podronsky manages to get his bow and hit 2 nairs.
Oh man, it's red and red on this first stock right now. Anything is possible between these two. Going from the downlight into the Sair.
Mr. Podronsky lacking a weapon once again. Wingshell weapon starving just a little bit, but Podronsky is not going to be intimidated by this weapon starving. doing a nice job of spacing, staying just out of reach, although he does finally get knocked out by the sword neutral air from Winged Shell.
That's right, Winged Shell needs to hold on to this advantage. It's 2-2 right now. These stocks count for everything between the two. This is life or death between those $25 gift cards, and there we go. 2-2 now. It's like the first stock never happened.
Yep. An extremely even match, definitely appropriate for how close these matches have been. I can't say who I think's gonna win. It could go either way.
It really could, especially now that we found out that Winged Shell won against Mr. Petrovsky, sending him to the losers bracket earlier.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder what's causing him the trouble now that he didn't face in the top 16. I don't know. It could have been this close before as well, and he managed to pull it back around. Oh yeah, all right. Well then, this is just an extremely even matchup. I feel like these two would make good 2v2 partners.
They would. It would be scary. All right, looks like there was that backdash into the down sig, which really worked well for Winged Shell's favor. It looks like he was a little too rushed on that side sig, and Mr. Petrovsky countered with his own side sig.
Yup, and he used that hold tactic again. He didn't need it right there, though, because he was able to knock him out with the normal one. Petrovsky takes the lead, but any heavy hit from Winged could knock him out.
That's right. This is Winged Shell's potential last stock of the tournament.
This is both of their potential last stocks of the tournament.
Well, not quite. If Mr. Petrovsky can hold on to this stock.
Oh, you're right. My bad. I was thinking about match. Oh,
here it comes, the final stock between the two.
Somebody's losing, and whoever's losing doesn't have to face off against Midget, but whoever wins has to deal with the wrath of the Bodvar.
Oh man. It's close right now. Winged Shell popping off with those gauntlet strings.
Petrovsky gets a nice short string with his bow, but picks up the sword once again. Damage is extremely even. Both players know how much is on the line and are unwilling to approach. Each trying to find an opening, getting small hits here and there.
It's orange and orange. There's not much to say. I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
I know, this is extremely intense.
It's a
nice
battle of patience.
Another side air from Petrovsky. Petrovsky's taken the lead. His ability to space and his patience is definitely what's giving him the lead here in this matchup, because right now it's definitely a game of patience more than anything else.
Oh, and the side sig takes him down. Mr. Petrovsky facing off against Midget for the Grand Championship round.
A match that we've all been looking forward to seeing. We now get to see who wins. If Midget wins this best of 5, the game is over. The tournament is over, excuse me. However, if Mr. Petrovsky wins, we move into a bracket reset, and there will be one more best of 5.
That's right, Mr. Petrovsky facing off in the Grand Championship round against Midget, who's now playing a Hattori.
Interesting pick, although he is running that defense stance. He's got to be careful with that sword, because I feel like a lot of what he relied on with that Bodvar was that extra attack, because that attack is definitely what helped him off on the edge with those constant ground pounds he was using. Now, however, he's got to be careful. He's got to be a little bit more strategic, in my opinion, with how he uses that sword, that he can rack up the damage that he needs.
But on the flip side, though, the Hattori pick has speed now, which might help against Mr. Petrovsky.
Yeah, definitely.
Really patient gameplay.
It's definitely going to help. I'm sure Midget has been watching and taking notes on Mr. Petrovsky's play style so far, so it's definitely something that he needs to be careful about, because if you get caught off guard, you're done for.
That's right. So hopefully we can get started on this next match.
Petrovsky might need another break. I'm not sure.
No. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get to see more of that Koji pick. Or maybe a new character. I'd really like to see a new character.
Yeah, so would I. Be interesting to see how he uses it, because we've all we've seen so far is the Koji, obviously. I just noticed that Hattori is only level 21.
That's right. Huge difference from the Koji.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, raising the stakes a little bit. All right, I am ready for this grand championship round. We don't want to keep the audience waiting.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. Koji pick
All
coming
right.
out, level 52 now. I think we started off with a level 51.
Mm-hmm. And he leaves and joins.
Oh, okay, whatever.
All right. Let's just get started. Here we go into map striking. Finally, sword against sword with these two players. Midget's got to be careful against Petronski's playstyle, but Petronski has to be careful about it. Such an experienced player in Midget.
That's true. It's all pretty much going to come down to how their spacing is, spear versus bow as well. It's going to be really interesting to see. Definitely not a skin you see too often on the Hattori.
Yeah. Well, I've been seeing it a little bit more in experimental because it's, well, I saw it more when it first came out because of the novelty of how new it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's not seen so much anymore. Some nice unarmed strings from Midget right at the beginning. But Petronski picks up that sword and evens it up right away.
Oh, they wouldn't have it any other way. Mr. Petrovsky is struggling a little bit in the beginning right now. Or red, essentially red on that first stock, barely 20 seconds in.
Mm-hmm. Midget's experience is definitely showing itself. Although Petrovsky does hit a ground pound.
It's red and red right now. Petrovsky doing really well. Midget playing a little bit more aggressive than Mr. Petrovsky right now. Oh, but he tries to go for the sliding neutral sig, but Midget just cancels it out. There we go, reverse neutral sig on that spear. Working out really well.
Very well played by Midget. Petronski knows he's got to change some things around because the way he's been playing in the past is not going to work so well against Midget. Midget has a lot more experience, I'm sure, with these types of play styles, and patience is definitely something that he's either going to need to work more on or completely give up if he wants a chance at beating Midget.
Mr. Petrovsky's definitely going a lot more aggressive this match compared to the others against a person like Midget. Working out really well, just like you said.
The stocks and the damage are even, and it's like that first stock didn't even happen. Petrovsky with the sword, Midget with the spear. We haven't seen too much of spear out of Midget before because of how much he's been favoring his Bodvar. Oh my goodness!
Okay, not something you see every day. A really, really quick side of the map, almost GIMP coming out from Mr. Petrovsky. Entire stock ahead from Midget. Really surprised there. Not expecting that. I think no matter win or lose, we're going to see a legend switch from Midget into Bodvar.
Yeah, probably. He probably picked that Hattori to try to counter Petronski's patience, and it worked in the beginning, but once Petronski realized what was happening, he adapted.
Yep.
If Midget wants a chance at winning this one, he's got to start racking up some more damage and get the kill. Right as I say it, he gets the kill.
That's right, that's right. That's how Midget rolls, but can he maintain where he's at right now and get that second stock? Or should I say final stock?
Petrovsky doesn't need too much more to get this kill after hitting an unarmed neutral sig. Midget's already in the red. If he gets any more sigs, Midget's stock is gone. And Petrovsky takes the first match.
It's close. It's super close right now. Downsig colliding against the island. Oh, man.
Petrovsky with his sword once again, looking for this kill option against Midget. That extreme patience.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
The down air taking down Midget's final stock.
Midget takes Petrovsky takes the first one, and right like we said, Midget switches over to his Bodvar.
A lot of people in the in-game chat are surprised by this, but it looks like Midget going back to the Bodvar pick.
Alright. Most likely we're seeing Petrovsky sticking with that Koji, but has given himself just a second by not picking it again.
Go.
Yep.
Did he change stances by any chance? And it looks like no, sticking with the defense stance as before.
And Midget's adding on that speed stance to the Bodvar. I'm not entirely sure if that's what he used before.
I believe it is.
Well, looks like our map's going to be either Twilight Grove, Small Blackguard Keep, or Small Great Hall. And Twilight Grove.
Twilight again.
All right. Here we go into our matchup. A completely different legend that Pedronsky has to adapt to. We already saw how quickly he adapted to the Hattori. Let's see if he's able to do the same against the Bodvar.
I have a good feeling that he might be able to. Midget needs to play a little bit more cautiously himself, but that hammer's going to be a game changer.
Yeah, definitely. His hammer on the edge is definitely not something to laugh at. Remember, if Pedronsky wins this best of 5, we move into a bracket reset, which is a whole nother set of matches and a whole nother set of opportunities for either player to win.
Ooh. Anything's possible at this point, I'd say, Para.
Yep, definitely. Although Midget hits the double recovery for the kill onto Pedronsky, giving him almost an entire stock advantage.
It's not looking good for Petronsky right now. That hammer, that Bodvar sword, too, is just a powerhouse.
Definitely. Nice double side air from Midget reading that dodge. Down sig connects, and Pedronsky is struggling against that Bodvar. Although, right as I said, he connects a ground pound. Midget almost does the same.
Midget really playing around with the ledge once again. Petrovsky, you know, the king of the ledge game right now in this tournament, isn't really doing as well as he was before.
Oh, the held down sig manages to connect against Pedronsky. All Midget really has to do here is continue racking up damage on Pedronsky to solidify his lead before he loses his current stock, if he loses it at all. We've definitely seen how Pedronsky is struggling to adapt to Midget's Bodvar here. Midget throws out the hammer in favor of the sword, knocks Pedronsky off the edge, but it's not quite enough to pick up the kill. Slide, unarmed ground pound from Pedronsky is, however, enough to pick up the kill.
Petrovsky has a lot to make up, though. He's deep right on that second stock. One single Sayer will take it.
All right. Pedronsky with it, I'm not quite. Starting up here in a second.
Oh, there you go. Not sure if it
All
was
right.
me or you.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. I was hearing robot, but it could.
Here we go. I believe round 2? No, round 3 now. Between the two.
Yep, this is round 3. So Midget has taken 1 and Mr. Pedronsky has taken 1. And so I both need 2 more matches to win this best of 3. Best of 5, I'm sorry.
Sorry, keep in mind Midget now has that Bodvar pick. Seems to be the dominating force of not only this tournament, but for Midget himself.
Yeah, definitely. That Bodvar really works well for Midget, especially against Pedronsky's playstyle. But I just realized we just saw a legend change out of Pedronsky.
That's right, we finally see the Hattori.
3, 2,
All right, I look forward to seeing how he's going to use that Hattori. Haven't seen any spear out of him. Midget with the hammer immediately, Pedronsky with that sword. Getting some nice light hits off on each other. No clear advantage has been shown yet, although Midget is racking up some nice damage with that hammer.
Although it might not mean much, you have to keep in mind that Hattori does have overall 1 less defense than Koji, and that defense can make a world of a difference against a huge hitting character like Bodvar's hammer.
Yeah, definitely. And if I'm not mistaken as well, he was running the defense stance on Koji.
That's right, is he on Hattori? He should be.
I'm not entirely sure. I didn't catch it. Nice neutral sig
Oh, man.
connects.
There we go. Patience really rewarded Midget right there with that Falcon Punch, sending Mr. Pedro down to that kill plane.
Mm-hmm. Midget with his hammer just dancing around Podronsky, waiting for his respawn timer to run out.
I believe, and you said it was 1-1 each, right?
Yeah, 1-1 each.
Ooh, it's intense right now.
Yeah, it definitely is. If Midget wins this set, the tournament's over. But if Podronsky wins, we go into a bracket reset, like I've said in the past. But Midget is doing a nice job of keeping a lead.
That's right. Well, Caster's Curse now, it's pretty much even now.
Yeah, Midget does have a little bit of a damage advantage right now, putting Podronsky in the yellow, but that could easily be turned around.
Absolutely, all it takes is one combo.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Mr. Pedro is playing a little bit more patient once again. Not really working out as well as the Koji did.
Mm-hmm.
But it's working nonetheless.
Yep, he's doing a nice job of keeping Midget on his toes. That new legend change is something that Midget has definitely had to adapt to, but I'm sure that Midget will end up adapting here pretty soon and will start destroying like he's done in the past.
It's certainly possible, but right now, Midget's getting thrown around everywhere.
Mm-hmm. He's got to be careful how he plays this, although it's not as big of a deal if Midget loses as it is for Podronsky, because he has a whole nother best of 5 to bring it back around if he does.
That's right. And it's all about that $25 gift card.
Yep. Nice side sig from Podronsky. Picks up the kill on the Midget. However, Podronsky is in red, so he could be knocked out pretty easily here.
It's entirely possible. All Midget needs is a good, solid stare, and it will even everything out.
Definitely. Nice downlight into Sayre. Throws the hammer up, but Podronsky does manage to avoid. Midget's really got to find his kill option here if he wants to rack up any damage on Podronsky's last stock.
Oh, man. Midget coming in with the stare. Going in, not punishing. There we go. Ground pound, sending Mr. Pedro down to that kill plane 1-1. Final stock of the match for both characters.
Yep. Although Podronsky does have a little bit of an advantage here, Midget could turn around with that hammer as we've seen in the past. He does seem to be doing that right now.
Ooh.
This could still go either way. Midget's really fishing for those downlights on the stage, and he's doing a nice job of catching Podronsky occasionally.
Absolutely. But Midget really needs to step up his game right now. Stomp into Sayre, into the weapon throw. Ground pound. Oh, just barely missing. That would have been a kill otherwise.
Yeah,
there we
definitely
go.
would have.
Nair. Nair missing again. Mr. Pedro going in for the Falcon Punch. There we go. Sayre taking it down.
Go.
Midget winning the third match, making it 2-1.
Podronsky has to be extremely careful this next match. If he loses this match, the entire tournament is over. However, if he wins, he only has to win one more to push it into a bracket reset.
That's right. It's all down to this, ladies and gentlemen. The next 3 stocks that Pedro has will potentially be his last in the tournament.
Things are starting to get pretty intense here. I look forward to seeing who's going to win.
That's right. One more game, and it's potentially $25 in Midget's pocket.
Mr. Podronsky sticking with that Hattori, but we could be seeing a legend change out of Midget, which would surprise me considering how well his Bodvar has been working out for him.
I don't think so.
I don't know. He's taking his time picking his legend.
He's assessing all of his options.
Definitely. You got to be careful in such a high-stakes situation.
Oh, going for the Mirage pick.
Yep, what did I say? I'm a little bit surprised that he went to Mirage, like I said before, because of how well Bodvar has been working out for him. But Podronsky does end up sticking with the Hattori.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the Mirage pick. The Scythe and Spear are super good. I consider Mirage broken right now. But I don't know how well he can play Mirage.
Mirage is extremely good, but that hammer was working extremely well against Podronsky, and Mirage doesn't have such a heavy weapon anymore. Or she never did to begin with.
It's possible that Midget is just relying on that Scythe to give some quick, easy Gimp kills.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Although, as we've seen from Mr. Petronsky, his edge play is extremely good, so those gimps might not be as easy as Midget hopes they are. Midget gets the scythe immediately.
Alright, let's check out his scythe gameplay, and oh man, we saw some cool stuff at first, but... Alright, wow. The ledge gameplay right now, definitely anti-Pedro. Wow.
Yeah, Petronsky definitely has something to adapt to here, and he's got to do it fast if he wants
there's
a
a
chance
struggle.
at winning.
Wow! 30 seconds on the dot. Pedro loses that first stock.
Very
This is
well played by Midget. Petronsky's having some problems here.
This was Midget's trap card, only releasing it now.
Mm-hmm. Petronsky's really got to be careful here if he wants any chance at winning this tournament. He's got to adapt fast.
Some people are saying Pedro's a little bit more tilted at the moment because he's playing super aggressive, at least more so than before.
Maybe. But Midget's just doing an excellent job on that edge with the scythe, hitting a ground pound, giving him a 2-stock advantage.
Already, we're a minute in now, and this is Pedro's potentially final stock in the tournament.
Yeah, this might be the fastest one end of tournament set of matches ever.
It's possible.
It's going so fast. Midget is just not putting up with any of Petronsky's patience anymore. Petronsky's really struggling to get any heavy, significant hits off onto Midget, because Midget is just stringing Petronsky into oblivion.
Oh, man! I think it went the wrong way. If it had gone the other direction, that would have been a kill.
It could have been, yep.
And that might be GG.
Maybe?
Nope.
Side sig from Midget. Wrong direction.
That's okay, it's hard to get the other direction. Wow, barely dodging that neutral stick. Timing it super well.
Petronsky's really struggling to find these kill options here.
Oh no, losing that first stock. But Midget still has almost... Oh, going into the taunt. Midget with the sad taunt. Oh, man.
I don't even know what to say right now.
Exactly. It's hard to explain, but Midget is just doing so well. There we go, down sig, and that is the tournament.
It is. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Petronsky just couldn't deal with Midget's experience. He did an excellent job at the beginning, but Midget was just able to adapt, and there was nothing he could do, unfortunately.
That's right. That was a very entertaining tournament. Definitely a lot of interesting game styles I haven't seen in a long time. The patience of Petronsky, the gauntlets coming out from Wingshell, and of course the hammer and scythe, the surprise scythe coming out from Midget.
Yeah, I know. That caught me off guard, definitely.
Yeah. Overall, really good tournament. Midget winning the $25. And anything else you want to say, Para?
Nope, that was extremely fun. I look forward to seeing what else Ippon and Midget has to give in the future.
That's right. Thank you very much for letting us cast, and have a wonderful night.